All right, we're going live here on this fine Monday, January 2nd, the first live stream of 2023. Yeah, I figured why not? It's my last day before back to work tomorrow. Let's hang out, talk about movies, rant, questions, and yeah, so I'm back in the office here. Um, I was in the kitchen, but I moved everything back here for the time being. Whoa, I just messed up my view. So, yeah, back in the old office. So let's see who shows up here for this live stream. While we wait on some people to drop in, let's look at some movie news here. So there's an article on MovieWeb. Is it time to kill voiceover narration in movies? I think it's why are we talking about this? Hey, alter ego. Thoughts on A Man Called Otto? I don't know much about the trailer. I mean, it looks interesting, but we'll see what happens. And I'm gonna play with this for a minute, see what it looks like. I like that one a lot. That one looks cool. But yeah, I'm just playing with the themes here. Can't go wrong with that one. I like that one. You think the old way with Nicolas Cage might underperform? I think it will because one, not a lot of people. Westerns don't do well nowadays. I mean, you could just westerns don't do well at all. And even from the trailer, I remember the trailer not it just didn't look impressing, and like it just I like Nicolas Cage. I like that he's trying different things, but I just didn't like the trailer. That's cool. I've never seen that. A Studio Red Band, Matt Thomas. Yeah, the first live stream of 2023. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I mean, I would like to know why. Why did they remove those Looney Tunes? Hey, Total Meltdown. I'm sorry, I'm playing with the themes here a little bit. Yeah, I'm just messing around here. But hope you're doing well. We'll see what happens. So, Matt, are you off today, or if you're still in the chat? I don't know if you're still there or not. I don't know, but I know it's a weird time to do a live stream in the middle of the day. But I hope everybody's doing good. DJ, Total Meltdown 2, Alter Ego, Matt Thomas. I don't know why I'm doing this. I have a cup right here. Hey, Neopunk. My favorite scene, any scene with Lola Bunny. How about that? Or when Bill Murray comes in. How about that? I would say when Bill Murray comes into the final game, that's my favorite. Lola Bunny's is a second, but it's pretty close. I don't know if that ever. Do people nowadays even know what Lassie is? And does Hollywood even care? I saw Barbarian and it sucked. I haven't seen Barbarian, so I can't really say for sure. I mean, I can't really comment on that one. I just don't think people nowadays really care about Lassie, and I don't think the studios care about Lassie. I have a feeling though if they made another Lassie film, it would just be like a Call of the Wild type of, where the dog is CGI and stuff. Hey, Samurai 124, I've never seen you before up here. I'm home cleaning my full house, emptying storage, throwing things out. I can understand that. Yeah, at some point here, I'm going to be having an inspection on the house. The landlord does an inspection every 6 months. So we're having the final one here pretty soon because, the lease is up in April and she wants to do one final inspection. So that's going to be coming up here in 3 weeks. So we're going to be deep cleaning this house pretty good. My brother, he still has some stuff here that he wants to throw out. So yeah, we're gonna do some cleaning up here, deep cleaning in the next 2 weeks here. Great movie, 3 Men and a Baby, which is funny because I was just watching Magnum PI, and in the first season, Ted Danson is a villain in one of the episodes. Now, I've never seen Bean. Hello, Junebug Films. Ty. Should Nicolas Cage and Adam Sandler do a movie together? That'd be fun. I don't know if it ever would happen. And apparently they're so close to National Treasure 3. Like they have it ready, but they're waiting for Nicolas Cage's approval. I don't know. What do you guys feel about that out there? Should they be another National Treasure? But it might happen. Is that the cartoon on Netflix or whatever? I've never seen it. I know there's like an animated Jurassic Park show, but I've never seen it. Well, believe it or not, I've never seen Army of Darkness. So I'll go Big Trouble in Little China. I mean, I have a poster right over there still. I'm looking forward to National Treasure 3. I've been enjoying the TV show. It's woke, but kind of good woke. Not bad, though. Okay. It seems a bit too late. I mean, sure, another one would be fine. Kind of want to see Nicolas Cage back in a movie like that. Yeah. Especially if it's going to be a theatrical film. If it means another theatrical film for Nicolas Cage, sure. Movies this year, I would say at the top of the list is John Wick 4, but I don't know anything else. I'm just going to pass on. I mean, I have no interest in, Creed 3 or Aquaman 2 or The Flash and whatever. Megan, whatever that film is. What is my favorite movies that entered the public domain this year? Metropolis. I've never seen Metropolis. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't seen that film yet. I've seen the first 2 Evil Dead movies. I have that on DVD somewhere. Someday I'll watch Army of Darkness. Actors versus actors, round 1. Johnny Depp, Nicolas Cage. I guess if you're referring to like a fight, I have to think that Nicolas Cage would probably take Johnny Depp on that one. Because Nicolas Cage, they're both great actors, but Nicolas Cage has had more action movies. Nicolas Cage was in Con Air and The Rock. That's cool. Which actor do I prefer? Okay, I thought you meant like a one-on-one fight. I'll go with Nicolas Cage. All right, I'll have to watch Metropolis. My favorite scary movie is probably I was getting ready to say The Shining, but I'll go with this one right here. It's my favorite. I know people might say, well, that's more of like a thriller, but it's horror still, right? Again, I was getting ready to say The Shining, but I'll probably say Jaws is my favorite. There's horror undertones. I mean, people get eaten, right? That's tough. I'm gonna have to go with Mel Gibson on that one. Hugh Jackman and David Spade. That would be such a weird combination. Uh, I don't know. That'd be interesting, but I don't think it would ever happen. Yeah, you know it. Nicolas Cage visited Sean Connery in the hospital, and they watched The Rock together. And Nicholas came to give him flowers. Sean Connery responded, "When was this? Was this like during the making of The Rock, or like towards the end of Connery's life?" Yeah, Jaws has horror elements. Yeah. Would you want to see Hugh Jackman and Keanu Reeves in a movie together? That'd be cool. I mean, maybe Hugh Jackman could be like a villain in a John Wick movie. Okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't know about that. Favorite Jaws sequel kill? Um, Probably the one that always freaked me out a little bit was in Jaws 2, Eddie, that character in Jaws 2, where the shark, grabs the character and like is going full speed at the little boat with Tina in the boat. Yeah, that one, I would say that's my favorite. Adam Sandler versus Mike Myers. I got to go with Sandler on that one. James Marsden versus Jerry Trainer. James Marsden. Yeah, although I think in a real life fight, Keanu would probably kick his ass. What you think? Well, Hugh Jackman, I think, would be great, like in that type of role, because for one, he's Wolverine. But I mean, I think it'd be interesting. But I mean, if they make John Wick 5, who should be the villain? Would I rather watch Tank Girl or Johnny Mnemonic? Uh, Both are fun movies. I'm gonna go with Tank Girl on that one, but I like both. Yeah, I agree. Hugh Jackman as John Wick villain would be cool. Yeah, get him for John Wick 5, or get Van Damme, or get Chai on Fat maybe. Yeah, I mean that'd be cool. If Van Damme could still do it, get maybe Jeff Speakman in there. Chai on Fat, I think. I mean, maybe he could be some kind of like evil general type. John Cusack should be in John Wick 5. I don't know about that. Like, I mean, let's be real. I talked about Hugh Jackman, but can you really buy John Cusack going up against Keanu Reeves? Man, he's great in Gross Point Blank, but that's a different movie. I got to go with Ben Affleck on that one over Vin Diesel. Yeah, John Cusack. I don't know what's up with that dude. I mean, you could just go look at his Twitter, and I mean, what would I do with Jurassic World, real life, Dinosaur Park? If Jurassic World was real, I think we would die. I think we would all be eaten. The guy literally hates all of his films. Yeah, I think the one movie that he likes is Gross Point Blank. It seems like it, but I've heard that before. I think JeanClaude Van Damme can still do it. I think he would do it. Yeah. I mean, if they do John Wick 5, that would be a great idea. I'll take Bill Murray over John C. Riley. It's going to be hard for Indiana Jones to outrun that boulder. Exactly. I mean, you know, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Life Alert. I mean, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Wheelchairs. Indiana Jones and I don't know. I mean, I'd round eight John Travolta versus Nicolas Cage. I'll go with Nicolas Cage. I don't know. If you could find out, let me know. If you find a way to dial Destiny on the phone. Dan Aykroyd versus Danny DeVito. I'll go with Danny DeVito. Yeah, Metamucil. Well, Harrison Ford is 556 years old. I love Harrison Ford, but I got a bad feeling. I still can't believe that blew my mind the other night when Junebug told me that the goddaughter in Indy 5, this actress, also had a hand in the screenplay for No Time to Die. You know we're in trouble. We are in fucking trouble. Yeah. Well, I mean, I had to think about that one because Danny DeVito, I think Dan Aykroyd, they're both like, I mean, Dan Aykroyd's a great comedic actor, but I think I enjoy Danny DeVito's movies maybe a little bit more. Harrison Ford versus James Woods. I'll go with Harrison Ford. Well, we're just joking, but we all know Harrison Ford. As much as I love the guy, he is, 1,126 years old. Hugh Jackman versus Gerard Butler. I'll go with Hugh Jackman on that one. But we didn't need Indy 5. That's the point I'm trying to make, Alter, is that we didn't need Indy 5. Harrison Ford's too old. You can see it in the trailer. I love the guy, but, we didn't need a fifth Indy film. Especially if the goddaughter in this movie, and I know James Mangold is on the, defense of, oh, that's not going to happen. He's not going to pass the baton. It's not going to be a sad ending, whatever. But they've lied before. I go with the Coen brothers. Yeah, I mean, I had no idea. I had no idea. When he told me that, my mind exploded. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, how did I not know for this long? A Dracula movie with those two? Don't know about that. Yeah, The Dial of Arthritis. James Spader versus Jeff Goldblum. I'll go with Jeff Goldblum. Hey, Scotty, how's it going? Scotty in the house. Ooh, I'm just have some papers over here in case, Let's see here. How long would it take up to pick up my pieces of my brain? Uh, I don't know. Probably quick because Hollywood has destroyed my brain. I don't know. I love diarrhea. Yeah. Christian Slater over. Yeah, I'll go with Christian Slater over Christian Bale. I'll go with Chris Tucker on that one. Or I could say Chris Rock as of late. Okay, I'll say that for now. Chris Rock now, and back then I would say Chris Tucker. Whew. But yeah, the whole setup here was in the kitchen, and I moved it back in here. Um, but at some point here, two things that I want to get for this year. I do want to get a laptop. That's on my list. So we'll see with tax money, how much I'll get back. But I would love to get a laptop at some point here. I would like to get a better desk. Like the one I have here is L shaped. Um, and it's great. It's been a great desk, but I want something a little bit more, like up against the wall, like a straightforward desk. I'll go with Keanu Reeves on that one. Yeah, John Wick 4 is the only movie I look forward to. Bruce Willis. Hey, Alex. Gabo's in the house. We got quite a few people here today. Yeah, maybe that too. I mean, the Mission Impossible films, I've only seen like maybe two. I've seen the little bit of the first one and the third one. I need to catch up. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Bruce Lee versus Bruce McGill. Bruce Lee. I mean, okay, you're asking who would I prefer more? I mean, Bruce Lee, but Bruce McGill. I love Bruce McGill. I mean, Jack Dalton, from MacGyver. Do you know Darkman would have been better if Bruce Campbell was the lead? Um, I think that would have been fun. But Liam Neeson did a great job. Yeah. A lot of films next year are turning 30. Or this year. What am I talking about? Like Jurassic Park, The Fugitive, Groundhog Day, Last Action Hero, Demolition Man, Cliffhanger. Hard Targets turning 30 this year. Coneheads. 1993 was a great year for movies. Dragon the Bruce Lee story, that's turning 30. Yeah, I'm curious about that one. I will say, I know I want to see Nicolas Cage as Dracula, and apparently it's going to be rated R. Well, with this desk here, I mean, obviously, I won't be able to sell it for how much I paid for it. So I'm probably going to sell it. Maybe I can get 30, 40 out of it. I got it back in like, I want to say I got it way back in like early 2020. I think it may have been like after Christmas of 19. So I've had it for 2 years. And I think at the time I paid like 125 for it, if I remember. But I'm trying to get something a little bit more simple. Yeah, that's a fun movie. Army of Darkness. A monster movie fan. Yeah, Return of the Jedi turns 40. Fuck. Oh man, man, I feel old. I haven't seen that film in forever. Out of time, I barely remember it. I'll go with Brendan Fraser on that one. Ron Perlman is Chad Cancelton's dad. Maybe when we get the biopic. Maybe when we, okay, if there was a Chad Cancelton, I should not say that name anymore. Okay, if there was a Chad biopic, who should play the father? Can you imagine that? His father rejected him. I can imagine the trailer. Sigourney Weaver, ooh, that's tough. Um, I love them both, but I'm going to go with Weaver. Yeah, I remember. Oh God, man, those movies. The fact that they're going to be 20 makes me feel old because I saw both in a theater. Bruce Almighty, if I remember correctly, it came out in May. I remember seeing that in the theater. X-Men 2, I remember seeing that. I forgot what month that came out, but good God. I mean, just it's crazy, man. Time flies. Favorite gun that is in an action film that isn't sci-fi? Would you say the railgun from Eraser? Would that count? Yeah, Jaws 3D turns 40. 25th anniversary of Mulan. I remember watching that in school. Yeah, 25th anniversary of Rush Hour. Godzilla from 98. I'll go with Matt Dillon. Yeah, Violent Night. I want to check out that film. I've never seen, well, I can't lie. I've seen a little bit of that film, but I haven't seen it all the way through. Yeah, the Matrix sequels turns 20. May. Okay, so I guess did Bruce Almighty come out the same month? Because I keep thinking May. Yeah, X-Men 2 is a great movie. Favorite vehicle in a movie? Um, I don't know. I have to think about that one. Yeah, Scarface turns 40. Yeah, that's a lot of fish. I wonder if Matt's still in the chat. He would probably love that joke. The A team. You know, that's a good one, Ruben. I'll give it to you. Yes, it is. I mean, we were just talking about films of 2003, and I remember seeing X-Men 2 that year, Bruce Almighty. I mean, if I look at a list of movies, I can remember if I saw them in theater. Daddy Daycare, I don't remember seeing in the theater. Um, I don't remember seeing the Matrix sequels. Well, Hulk with Eric Bana. Yeah, I saw that when that came out. I'm just looking here. Unfortunately, The Haunted Mansion. Don't know why. Um, And there's a few. Okay, both came out in May. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, 35 years. Yeah, like think about the films that came out in 88. Like Beetlejuice is going to turn 35 this year. Bloodsport, 35 this year. Above the Law, 35 this year. Red Heat, 35 this year. What else came out in 88? Jack's Back. I just watched that film. That's going to be turning 35. So, yeah, there's like a meme out there where, now we're getting so close to 2030. 1980 is going to be considered, well, it's going to be 50 years ago. So we're just, 7 years away. And 1980 is going to be 50 years ago. Think about that. So in just a few years, Empire Strikes Back is going to be 50? I mean, we're not too far off. Yeah, Alien Nation, great movie. Yeah, Freddy versus Jason, that's crazy. Yeah, Die Hard turns 35. Outside of this year, 2023, which year from the 2020s was the best or least shirt for new films? I would say out of the 2020s, last year had some good movies. I mean, granted, I could have seen more, but I did enjoy The Batman. I enjoyed Top Gun Maverick, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy Bullet Train. But, so I mean, there were some great movies that came out last year. I can't remember anything from 2020 or 21. Yeah. Well, Rocky 2, didn't that come out in 79? Yeah, think about that, people. Enter the Dragon's going to be 50 this year. Modern filmmaking may suck, but 2022 wasn't a bad year at all for film. Yeah, I thought it was a much better year. And then I still have to watch Bullet Train. I still have to watch Everything Everywhere All at Once. I have that on Blu-ray. So I love The Batman. I love Top Gun Maverick. I've never seen those movies. Yeah, The Last Samurai. I remember liking that one. Have a good day, Ruben. Yeah, Return of the King turns 20. Kangaroo Jack. I've never seen Kangaroo Jack. Yeah, Rocky 2 be 44. But yeah, it's crazy. Kangaroo Jack is underrated as fuck. I've never seen Kangaroo Jack. Would I rather watch A Million Ways to Die in the West or The Ridiculous Six? I would say the first one. Yeah, Daredevil is going to turn 20. I forgot about that. Daredevil, I remember watching in February of that year. It was around Valentine's, I remember. Who would I cast to play young Chad Castleton? I don't know. I don't know. Well, nobody would play the character because Chad Castleton's a white male. He's still white, even though he doesn't identify as white. He's still white. So I don't think anybody would touch that character. He's still white. I've never seen Risky Business. Yeah, Hollywood Homicide. It's fun. It's not the greatest movie in the world, but it's a fun little buddy cop movie. Yeah, Daredevil. Oop. I was just looking at Movie Web. Yeah, Olympus Has Fallen. That's a fun movie. Fun Die Hard type movie. Yeah, Daredevil is underrated. I remember, I'll never forget when I saw Daredevil in the theater. It may have been like before, but I think like after the movie, I went to like a Valentine's Day banquet with some other like some youth group or something. Like it was like a youth group function, and after the movie, or it may have been like before the movie. I'm starting to think it was after the movie. Um, I got dropped off at some kind of like Valentine's Day banquet with a youth group. Yeah, Blade is turning 25. Yeah, Identity I've seen, but I would like to go back and rewatch that one. I haven't seen Grind, and I haven't seen the Laura Croft sequel. Yeah, Jurassic Park turns 30. That's crazy. I'm trying to think how long do I want to go here. I mean, you know, it's my last day. I got to go back to work tomorrow. Oof. You saw Spy Kids 3 when it came out? Mainly to see what Stallone's performance brought. Uh, his worst performance, that's what it brought. um, I no, it's my last day before I'm going back to work. I've been I've been off since like last Thursday. So yeah, so I had New Year's Eve day. New Year's Day was paid for. Um, Everybody got paid holiday pay. But tomorrow going back to work for a couple of days, and then I have my weekend again. Yeah. Well, I am getting a new job, but I'm going to wait until I get back Thursday. So I work Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, Friday. So, but that is the plan. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, think about 2014 is almost a decade ago. Yeah, like even Expendables 2 came out in 2012, and now that's 11 years old. The first Expendables is 13 years old. You know, Rocky Balboa, I remember seeing twice in the theaters, and that film is 17 years old, or will be this year. But think about that. Rocky Balboa is going to be 17 years old this year. I remember seeing that when it came out, twice actually. Yeah, John Wick is almost a decade old. Yeah. Do you think 3D is dying lately? I just think that a lot of people don't really care for the gimmick. I mean, they didn't care for it back in 2010 when they tried it with Avatar, and I remember Clash of the Titans, that remake with Sam Worthington. You know, that was in 3D. Like around '09, 10, 11, they were really on the 3D train, and wanted to push the gimmick. But I just think that nobody really cares about 3D. You would think, but I mean, Avatar 2's in 3D. I mean, do you really? How many people think? I mean, even people out there in the chat, if you look forward to Avatar 2, are you really going to watch it in 3D? Not many people care about 3D. Yeah, same here. Sue the crap out of, have an angry mob throw tomatoes at, and boo at. Can we sue the crap out of Kevin Smith? An angry mob can throw tomatoes at Jada Pinkett, and Patton Oswalt would get the last. I think with CGI, we really need to scale back on CGI and find a balance. I mean, it works better in comic movies, but I think we need to go more practical. I just don't think that, they try to push him as like a new A-lister or like a big star a decade ago. And I just think that they didn't, Clash of the Titans, I don't mind, but, he's not bad technically in Avatar. I don't think he's a bad actor, but I think that they didn't see him as bankable. Yeah, Dread in 3D. I didn't see it when it came out, but we need a balance. Yeah. Yeah. Do I think this year will mark the return of Johnny Depp in movies? It probably won't be this year, but maybe next year. Maybe next year. I agree with that. Hey, Connor, how's it going? Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I just hope that we're slowly getting away from the overusage of CGI, but for how long we've been ranting on this. I mean, forever. Yeah. I don't mind saying Worthington. I just don't think at the time when they were really pushing him as the next big thing, I just think that maybe they didn't see him as like a top star, or he wasn't bankable, whatever. I definitely agree with that. Let's hope. But wasn't that like part of their plan was to keep making Marvel films until like 2029? I'm done. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. I mean, Sam Worthington, he's no Arnold or Sly or Van Damme. But I thought he was fine. I mean, I never really hated the guy, but he just doesn't choose the best projects. I'm not going to disagree with that. But Will Smith should divorce Jada. G.I. Pinkett. What is it? I mean, all I'm hearing is how much money Avatar 2 is making overseas. But what is it doing here? I mean, Hey, Happy New Year, Jamie. Oh, my internet. Yeah. They do look similar a little bit. It's flopping here. Yeah. That's all I'm hearing. Avatar 2 is making so much money overseas, but here it's not doing much. I definitely agree with all of them. 2032, we're going to get. Oh my God. If people look forward to more Marvel movies, MCU, or whatever phase it is, it's fine. But man, I'm getting really. I'm burned out, people. I'm freaking burned out on comic book movies. Don't get me wrong, there's been a few that I've enjoyed, but I definitely agree with this. I mean, if we're getting to the point now we're making spin-offs of Spider-Man villains, maybe it's time to, step away and think about doing other movies. Yeah, Michael Jai White, he deserved a bigger career. I agree. It's repetitive. Well, they make money, so Hollywood feels that we need, 1,000 more. If it's not going to be a spinoff of a Spider-Man villain, then we're going to get, next up it's going to be reboots. We're going to reboot X-Men. We're going to reboot Batman. You know, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four. Yeah, Constantine. Whatever. What are they going to do? Constantine 2? What do you guys think is going to happen first? John Wick 5 or Constantine 2? Because apparently he's doing both. Exactly. Yeah, just watch. They're going to reboot Avengers Endgame in 30 years. Like, everybody's heads is going to explode. Can you imagine that? Yeah, he deserved better after Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Everybody's saying John Wick 5. Yeah, I think Reeves will do John Wick 5 before Constantine 2. I'll toast to that one. Yeah, it's become so convoluted, and I think it's just way too many. And next year, what do we have? Aquaman 2, Craven the Hunter, The Flash. Um, everything has to be a multiverse where we got to bring in, Michael Keaton. He's back for the Flash movie and all this stuff, and it's being, what's the old saying goes, like trying to put 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. That old saying. Yeah, that could happen. Yeah, that could happen too. Yeah, I look forward to both. Wow, so many people here. Um, yeah, Mark Dacascos, he was great in John Wick 3, but I haven't seen much of his stuff. Yeah, Last Action Hero is going to turn 30 this year. I think Constantine 2 is going to come out If not next year, it could be 2025. If I have to bet on it. Yeah, I love the movie. Let's see. Look at Movie Web. What's internet's being stupid again. It's weird because I'm still connected with the stream, but the internet wants to crap out. Well, we're what, 45 minutes in here with the stream? Should we do a hangout? I don't know, just a random idea, thought. Yeah, I love Constantine. It's underrated for sure. Well, I mean, it's funny you say that because I was just thinking, I don't know if anybody would like to do a hangout here for a little bit. All right, I'm gonna have to get my headphones. My headphones are still in the kitchen. All right, so I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna pee real fast, get my headphones, and we'll hook up. So, oh god, I went jogging yesterday. I'm feeling it. All right, I'm looking for my headphones. Let me see here for a second before I hook up. I didn't mind Shia LaBeouf. Ghost of the Abyss. I remember watching that documentary, and I like Bill Paxton in it, but James Cameron's ego is. If you guys want to see James Cameron's ego on display, watch that documentary, The Ghost of the Abyss. Where's my headphones? They're in here somewhere. Okay, there they are. I found them. But yeah, James Cameron's ego, if you really want to see that full force, watch that documentary. Dun dun dun. Yeah, he probably did. I've never given money to a fan film. All right, let me make sure this is working here. All right, I'm going to start putting the link in the chat here. Bam. Yeah. All right. So there you go. There's the link. Alex.
Yes. Hey. Hello.
How's it going, man?
I'm feeling better. I had a cold the past few days, which is why I didn't join in on the last one, you know.
Yeah. We got Junebug here.
Hello.
We got Steven.
Hello.
Hey, man.
The lovely people. And Gabo, it's been a minute. How you been?
Been going well. I mean, I've been a bit under the weather, but I'm good.
Okay, well, hoping you feel better. Sorry,
yeah,
boys,
I'm feeling
if I
better.
look a little bit all frazzled. I woke up a little bit later than I wanted to. Yesterday was a little bit of a cruise. Well, not a cruise, but I went on a little mini boat ride with my family. We actually saw the former residence of Michael Mann.
Oh, really?
Because what we did was I live in Florida, and we took this mini boat ride around the Fort Lauderdale, like to see all like the rich houses and stuff, which I wish I lived in, but I don't. And Michael Mann's house was on the right.
Yeah,
I think you will.
You'll live there. You'll live there soon, Steven.
Hey, Isaiah, you want to jump in on the chat? You know, because you know.
So I love Steven too.
I don't have any money.
You'll live there. You'll live there at some point. And Steven, I love the alfalfa hair going on right now.
The what?
Did you cut your hair?
The alfalfa hair.
I cut my hair I want to say a few days ago. Also did a little beard trim. But,
no, because you just woke up, you have a little bit of alfalfa hair right now.
Probably.
Yeah, that's just his hair getting all messed up after waking up. That's nothing to.
Yeah, I woke up at 10 or so, and then
just giving him a hard time.
Yeah. I know.
You kind of have like a Pacino Heat kind of look going on.
She's got a great ass, and you got your hand all the way up it. Got it.
So,
when I think of a woman's ass, something's comes out of me. Just making myself a little coffee right now.
Yeah,
dude
I was up late last night.
Dude has definitely lost his touch. He's definitely, full of himself. That's to say that.
James Cameron has turned into a fucking ego trip. I cannot.
To be fair, if you even see old documentaries of James Cameron, he's always had an ego about himself, which
me.
Well, but the ego, because of the success and the ego grew even to, let's say, Steven Seagal levels of egotistical.
It's only been accentuated.
Years. And the thing is about him is
I'll watch it.
People don't really James Cameron. All of his ex-wives. The only reason he got a divorce was because he cheated on all of his wives.
He cheated on Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, I guess he.
Wait. Okay, forgive me for being dumb. But James Cameron married Linda Hamilton.
At one point.
Wow,
yeah, he cheated on all of his ex-wives, so that's why he got a divorce. So I'm like,
seems like the greatest artists are the biggest dickheads. That is to be expected.
Well, it seems like, in my opinion, don't get dating advice from James Cameron.
Yeah,
just a little word to the wise right there.
You know what? If
don't marry people like Jada.
Hold on. If any of us get the chance to interview James Cameron, maybe we'll ask him that question. So, what's the greatest advice to getting a woman?
Oh, that'd be great, actually. So, in your opinion, what's the greatest advice to give a woman? I mean, before you lose them.
But didn't he almost call Ed Harris to drown on the abyss?
No, the greatest advice to give to a woman. Number one, rule number one.
Almost knock Cameron out or something, or punch him or something. Or
Ed Harris, what the hell?
You pretty much
the best advice I could give to a woman is rule number one: don't be a bitch. Rule number two,
don't be fucking crazy.
Don't be fucking crazy. Yeah, they're like interchangeable.
Hold on.
You know what I mean?
Hold on. don't be fucking crazy. That's never gonna change.
It's never gonna change.
Or like I said, or the other one, don't be looking for some side sausage if you're with me. So
yeah, or don't be a bitch, you know.
Yeah, don't be like G.I. Jada kind.
Okay,
like
and here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. Okay, you know who he cheated on Linda Hamilton with, right?
Who?
Susie Amos, I think it was.
Yeah, the girl who played the granddaughter in Titanic.
Yeah.
Out of all the women in Titanic, you choose her. I mean, she's all right looking, but like,
I guess she had a nice young.
I'm shocked it's not Kate Winslet.
I had to think about the.
I mean,
I can see her.
You know
face.
what? Here's my thing. Why not go after Kate Winslet?
I was just saying that. I was just
exactly. I mean,
maybe he did. Maybe he tried to hit on her, and she rejected his advances. Said,
yeah.
You have Linda Hamilton, who she's very good looking.
Yes.
She's not drop dead gorgeous, but good looking. And then you have Susie Amos, who's like maybe a 3,
maybe a 5.
But here's the thing. When did James Cameron and Linda Hamilton start, dating?
Neopunk, that depends on if James Cameron loves to go both ways.
Terminator.
You guys agree with this? Wild Man Beyond?
Yeah.
Maybe the problem is that Linda Hamilton had more testosterone than James Cameron, and that was.
I heard that she had some bipolar issues. I heard she's
Steven is right on it, because after the divorce happened, she bought the rights to she had the rights. She bought the rights to the Terminator movies. In the divorce proceedings.
Well, that was probably a good thing, considering how much of a fucking egomaniac twat James Cameron is.
So that's all she wanted in the divorce. The Terminator movies for 25 years.
And maybe if she, didn't want to make any more Terminator movies, that would probably be a good thing, because, and I'm just saying, if she didn't want to do any more Terminator films after T2,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, she wanted to come back, but she actually, I guess, liked the script for Terminator 3, and because she owned the rights, she basically got an uncredited executive producer credit.
So, I was just thinking, if Cameron never made Titanic, would he have made T3 during that time?
I don't think. Okay, one thing I will give Cameron. The one thing I will give Cameron is that he likes a good ending. I don't think he would have made T3.
No.
I don't think he would have made T3. That's the one.
Don't make more Terminator movies, anyways, because T2 ended it perfectly.
No, yeah, T2 is the. I don't count anything after T2 as canon.
My thing is.
Well, actually, no. The one thing that's canon is Terminator Resistance. That's it. The video game. Other than that, I don't care.
I think James Cameron.
I hate it kind of shit.
He did say that he was planning on doing another Terminator movie because of the success of The Ride. I think he would have done it, but it would have probably more been like,
yeah.
This is how I see it. At least how I see it, though. He would have done it where it would be in the war.
Well, actually, you know what? I was about to say, if they were to make another Terminator film, make it a trilogy and have the last film be like a prequel. Like Terminator Resistance, you make that in the future war, but not like Salvation, where the future war looks like, dry desert crap without neon or any of the cool technology or shit.
Battle Angel leader, yeah.
We should have directed Titanic, but that's my opinion. Is that they could have made it a prequel and it wouldn't have ruined the ending to T2, and I think it would have capped it off perfectly, because Terminator Salvation had the right idea. It just didn't capture the aesthetic that the future war was shown in T1, and Sam Worthington, not a good lead. I didn't mind the character of Marcus, but the movie just needed work, and the action wasn't very good.
here's my thing, okay? So you're telling me that Skynet only sends Arnold Terminators. You know, if you have access to that type of,
Spit my crackers out.
thing where you had, essentially cyborgs that could go out and kill people, you only send this buff bodybuilder and this toothpick-looking guy. So
Are you
why
referring
not,
to Sam Worthington or Robert Patrick?
both of them?
Yeah.
Robert Patrick's not a dude.
But compared to Arnold, he's not that big,
Oh no, absolutely not. I'm not.
But okay, my thing is, why not maybe look to something else? Like maybe, why don't we have like a Terminator who knows martial arts, like a Jet Li type, as a
Jet Li type,
a Leonator?
I don't know.
I think he can still get Donnie Yen. I'm sure he can pull it off.
like what's that one guy?
We might have another guest.
How do you pronounce his name?
Is it Wildman?
How do you-
someone else.
Who is it? Who's the unknown?
Jamie. We'll see what happens. But what do you think? Is
Jamie's
Spider-Man?
got a gun.
Oh man.
How do you think his Spider-Man would have been like?
Well,
I don't know, man. It was definitely much more adult than what people envision Spider-Man as, but
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to imagine Arnold as Dr. Octopus.
Spider-Man.
No!
Spider-Man.
You're my
Wasn't there a scene?
superior intellect.
Wasn't there a scene in that Spider-Man script, or like Peter and Mary Jane were having sex on a web?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, I bet James Cameron wished he was doing that or something with Susie Amos. Maybe
Yeah.
into Hamilton. Maybe that's what he should have done.
He ain't gonna do that anytime soon.
So, like, why not get that one guy? What's his name? I can't pronounce his name. The lead in the raid. Why not get him to play a Terminator?
Wait, I know his name. I know his name. I know how to pronounce it. Iko Uwais.
Oh, it's pronounced Weiss.
Yeah.
I haven't played any of them.
Well, like imagine getting him as a new Terminator.
Him as a new Terminator, or fuck someone like a Van Damme or Gary Daniels type.
Well, hold on, but
Yeah,
then Skynet would have won. They would have won because Iko Uwais is more agile than Arnold, I can imagine.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think shit, sorry, I'm making
Leo DiCaprio was supposed to be. Yeah.
It was him or Edward Furlong, right?
Yes, it was one of the two.
You know what? As weird as it sounds, I could kind of imagine Edward Furlong. If it was like done in like the late '90s, he probably could have pulled it off.
He would have been either Spider-Man or Harry Osborn.
He would have been Harry, though. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
Would have been,
but you know, the
better Harry
one
Osborn.
project that I want to talk about that I'm sure we all know, the canceled superhero project. Would you rather see James Cameron's Spider-Man take or Tim Burton's Superman if you were only to resurrect one canceled project?
Ooh, I don't know.
Tim Burton.
It's Spider-Man. I would take probably.
Spider-Man.
Superman.
But then again,
I
would say Superman lives.
Superman lives, but at the same time, Sam Raimi did a fine job with the first two Spider-Man films. Third one, not so much, but
third one. Sony forced all those issues on him.
Van Damme would be a perfect Terminator of martial arts. I actually agree.
That'd be
Wild
fun.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty sure Wildman would definitely advocate for Scott Atkins too, probably. So.
Scott Atkins.
Daniel Craig is the next Terminator.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, the mastermind Terminator, right?
Oh,
The mastermind.
I say forget more, Terminator movie. Let's get more Time Cop movies.
Time Cop. Yeah.
Because JeanClaude Van Damme, I think JeanClaude Van Damme could still play do Time Cop.
Yes.
I mean, do a Time Cop sequel? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Time Cop sequel, but you do something interesting. Okay,
What?
you do Time Cop, but you hire another actor to play the lead of the TV show because that guy sucked, but the character was good.
What about the one
this
from
true
the
right
actual? Yeah. Actually, yes. That was supposed to be, from what I remember. Lance Henriksen was supposed to be Electro. Or at least a
and you
version
have-
of
I
one.
think
I
Michael
can see
Biehn
Michael
would be
Biehn being
better.
Sandman. That would have been a good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then
still
you
think if back then, even Willem Dafoe could have played the Green Goblin too. So
You said
Yes.
Arnold was going to be Doc Ock. Can you imagine
Yes.
the lines he would drop in that?
I have multiple arms to hold this, something like that.
I will tear you apart with my new arms. You better run, or you can run
Oh.
crying like a little bitch.
It probably would have been a much better, or probably about equal performance as him as Mr. Freeze.
Yeah,
They should
hold
have
on.
done that.
better than Mr.
Sylvester Stallone. I have something, and this is just one of these like off the cuff, like weird casting choices, but I think it could work because Sylvester Stallone would at least be having fun if he did it. What about Sylvester Stallone as Carnage?
No, that'd be
Not
awful.
Carnage. I think he's
That would
more
be
suitable.
god awful.
No, I think he's more suitable for
Completely
the
miscast.
Punisher. To be
Maybe
honest,
maybe Rhino.
Hey, yo, I'm Cletus Cassidy. I'm about to kill you, you know?
Yo.
You know?
Well, I think
I'm gonna bitch smack you with it now.
I cannot see
I
him.
can't
as
believe
Carnage.
I'm a ginger, you know? I have red hair. I know you
he would be.
I think
he
he's
would,
more
he would be better. He would be better than Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think.
Look, June, I hated Woody Harrelson as Carnage as much as the next guy, but I mean, Sylvester Stallone looks nothing like Cletus Cassidy. Let's just get that straight.
Yeah,
Nothing like Cletus.
nothing. If anything, I think
That
he's
would've been
more
cool.
suited. Yeah, if anything, Steven, I think Stallone is more suited for like Venom or the Punisher.
I would say the Punisher, maybe not so much Venom, but
Yeah,
the
the Punisher.
Jim Carrey's Carnage.
Jim Carrey's Carnage.
Jim
Yeah.
Carrey. Okay, you know what? Actually, legit, if he was to take the character seriously, he probably could have done it. Because
Yes.
he's skinny, he's very white. If you do his hair gingery and you let him go full maniac but not act light, then he probably could have pulled it off.
Like almost like
Maybe.
a darker take on the Riddler in Batman
Yeah.
Forever.
Maybe a Steven
But you know,
Dorff.
look, out of all
Stephen
the
Dorff,
people we
maybe?
mentioned, Jim Carrey is probably one of the closest ones that can play Cletus Cassidy.
Yeah,
Steven Dorff.
yeah, sure. Steven Dorff, I don't know.
Also,
Steven Dorff,
gingers have no souls, so we need to find an actor that has no soul.
but John wasn't Steven Dorff already Deacon Frost by that
Really,
time?
gingers have no souls.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Hey,
Yo,
Who's this?
Hello, everyone.
This is Johnny
Yo,
Jerry.
that's
Johnny
fucked up.
Jerry. Hello.
It's okay. I've heard it all before. Thank you, South Park.
I had a chance to meet him, but I didn't. I just kind of watched from a distance. I wish I'd met him though. I mean,
You wish.
maybe one day. It would have been a good lizard back in the day.
Hope to meet Lance. I
Oh,
would
yeah.
hope Lance Hendrickson. is
Yeah,
like-
you mean
Yeah.
John? You mean like a good Dr. Connors before he becomes the Lizard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clive
Maybe.
Owen.
Okay,
early
I
90s.
can Clive
Early
Owen,
90s,
Lizard.
mid-90s.
I think that's fair.
Who else?
Back in the 90s, maybe.
Oh wait, hey Neopunk, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Steven?
Hello, New
We're just talking about hypothetical casting.
Oh, cool.
So Neopunk. His name is Johnny, correct?
Yeah, Johnny Jerry.
Johnny Jerry. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too, Gabbo.
David Duchovny.
David Duchovny is the Lizard. I could see David Duchovny as like Bruce Banner, the Hulk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be good.
Yeah.
All right, let me actually sit down this time. Hold on. All right.
Who should play? Who should play Mary Jane?
Mary Jane. Ooh.
Mary
Oh.
Jane.
So
Oh,
Mary,
Are we talking now or are we talking back then?
Back then.
Back then.
Maybe Drew
Um,
Barrymore.
Oh, I know. What,
I'm
Molly
just picking
Ringwald?
it. I'm just picking it because I think she's hot. Reese Witherspoon.
Maybe.
Okay.
Hell no.
She would be able to pull off the red wig if possible.
Or maybe dye her hair red. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it.
Um,
I'm looking.
but Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon. I mean, you know, as long as she keeps a Southern accent, you know, I think we could say Mary Jane could be Southern in this script.
Okay, in this hypothetical Spider-Man film,
Yeah.
would you want James Cameron to direct it, or who else would you be able to see making a Spider-Man film in the 90s?
Jeffrey.
John Woo.
I can see that.
John Woo for everything. John Woo for Mortal Kombat. John Woo for Ninja Turtles.
John Woo for the Expendables. That
Parker
should
with
have
the
happened.
Berettas and the dubs are going off.
Favorite, the least favorite.
You know what? I have a wild card choice.
Who?
John Glenn.
John Glenn.
Oh,
He directed a lot of the James Bond movies. He
directed For Your Eyes Only, through License to Kill, Iron Eagle 4.
Iron Eagle 3. Yeah, Aces Iron Eagle 3 is what it's called. So
Yeah,
Guys,
he directed Iron Eagle 3, and then a Columbus movie.
yeah, Christopher Columbus. The Discovery.
Sean, that question is going to take us quite a while.
Well,
to
hold
be
on.
honest.
Wait,
Yeah,
does it
probably
mean
so.
by Spider-Man villains that we've seen in the movies already, or by Spider-Man villains that general? Because if
That
we're
we've
talking
seen in the
Spider-Man villains, it's
Steven, the ones that we've seen in the movies already.
okay. The ones in the movies, okay, that's pretty easy. Boom, Topher Grace's Venom. Boom,
Worse.
technically, Tom Hardy's Venom. Technically,
yes.
He means
Boom.
favorite. He means from greatest to least. He means from best
greatest.
to worst.
Okay, that take a while. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my favorite's Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Alfred
Yeah.
Molina is Dr. Octopus.
Doc Ock, yeah.
Doc Ock. Yeah.
I
Yes,
actually like Willem Dafoe better as the Goblin than I do Alfred Molina, which I love Alfred Molina. I just think that Willem Dafoe, especially his outfit in the film, I think that's one of the best alternate suits for a villain any comic book film. I just love that armored look that the Goblin.
I can agree with the performance. I don't know about the outfit though. He looks like a Power Rangers cartoon villain.
Yeah. You look like a Power Rangers villain. Yeah.
You know-
that suit with the tie on the
You know what I'm probably shocked by? We haven't seen a Spider-Man movie where he's, fighting like a fucking martial arts fighter. Like, in terms of the fight scenes.
He
I
can't
don't
have
mean
a punch anymore. Is that right? Spider-Man can't punch anymore.
that was before, but I think in No Way Home wasn't he punching?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
pushing the shit out of the Green Goblin.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know, here's my thing.
Mhm.
Did you know that they asked, since they had Sally Field in Amazing Spider-Man, they actually asked Burt Reynolds to play Uncle Ben.
Sadie Sink. I don't know who that is.
I don't know if Burt Reynolds
From Stranger Things.
then he would have.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, no. I think Burt Reynolds.
Your Spoon would have been better as Gwen Stacy.
I
I
can
could
see
see
that
that too. Yeah. I could see
Apparently
My
that.
problem is that Burt Reynolds is very southerny, and Uncle Ben isn't like, he's more of like a Bronx City type. Not that he's shot in a cab, he's like, hey! But like, you know what I mean? It's like, what is that noise?
Definitely not me.
Not me.
James Cameron.
James
He's trying
Cameron.
to hack the stream. Yeah.
He's trying to hack the screen. For bad mouth.
Too much testosterone in here.
Yeah. Apparently someone by the name of Nikki Cox was
Hard to
considered-
take.
Does anyone know who Nikki Cox was? Apparently she was considered for Mary Jane back in the
Yes, I remember that.
Who would have been a
Nikki
good Uncle Ben?
Cox.
Nikki Cox was the little girl in T2 in Terminator 2 who Robert Patrick was asking if she'd
day.
seen
Oh yeah, the
John
Galleria. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
She was also there's that one TV show Happily Ever After she was in. It was meant to kind of be a spin-off of Married with Children, and essentially she played the Kelly Bundy part. Oh, and she
Yes.
dated Bobcat Goldthwait.
Bobcat Goldthwait. Yeah.
He would have been a good Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben.
In the 90s.
Oh.
Someone said that Michael Douglas would have been a good J. Jonah Jameson, but I could see him
Charles-
pulling off the role of Uncle
I don't know if I see Michael Douglas as J. Jonah Jameson.
Maybe
I
who
was
are
gonna say,
they?
Charlton
maybe
Heston.
Uncle Ben, I think.
Charlton Heston. Yeah, maybe.
I think
Yeah,
J.K.
Charles-
Simmons is still the perfect in any sort of realistic sense, in both the hypothetical and the realistic sense.
Oh,
J.K. Simmons nailed it.
Charles Napier as
Charles
J. Jonah
Napier.
Jameson.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
How come
You're gonna say Charles
how come
Bronson.
that name sounds familiar?
Charles Napier. I
Murdoch.
believe that's
Murdoch.
Murdoch from Rambo
Yeah.
2. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm coming to get you.
I'm coming to get you.
But man, you know what's sad is that all these hypotheticals we're coming up with is so much better than the shit that's being pumped out today in terms of modern superhero films.
Yeah.
Isn't that the sad part?
Yeah.
Because movies are an assembly line now. They
I
don't
would
make
say
movies
yeah.
anymore.
I would say in the
Newman.
80s. In the 80s, Paul Newman.
Paul Newman's
Well,
Uncle
even
Ben in the
90s.
80s.
What do you think would have been the perfect decade to make a Spider-Man
Oh.
film?
90s.
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 Late 90s, I'd say.
Oh, you know who? Okay, in this hypothetical scenario, he is still alive in the 90s. Orson Welles as Uncle Ben.
Richard
Orson
Crenna.
Welles. Richard Crenna as Uncle Ben. Yeah.
I guess you're trying to be funny.
Troutman as Uncle Ben.
Oh,
yeah, that would have been great.
I
Yeah.
can't believe I didn't think of him.
Can you imagine him like as Uncle Ben dropping like First Blood type of lines about Peter Parker, Spider-Man?
You said that many. Don't forget.
You know
one
who
thing.
would have been a good lizard?
Potty.
Now that I think about it, maybe Peter Weller.
Who?
Peter Weller.
Peter Weller's who?
As Lizard?
I mean,
Dr. Connors.
I
Yeah.
think-
Dr. Connors,
I think he would have been good. But you know who would have been like a very funny, since we're talking about Rambo, you know who would have been a very funny J. Jonah Jameson, and I think about it?
Who?
Just because of how much of a dick he was in First Blood, Brian Dennehy.
Oh, yeah.
As J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
That would have been funny
really?
because he's so... My dad used to work
But
on
now
that.
we got the million. Paul Newman's called.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's nice. Now we have the $1 billion question. Who would have been our choice for Spider-Man in the 90s?
But
Brendan Lee. Yeah.
I no, as much as I love Brandon Lee, I don't think that...
If not him as Spider-Man, then him as Nightwing for a Batman movie.
Okay, that I can agree with. That I could definitely agree with. But
I'll say Edward Furlong
Edward Furlong
for the 90s.
Oh, shit.
Leonardo DiCaprio, I think,
young
would
in
have
the
been better as Spider-Man.
90s.
Ooh.
Fuck.
with a martial artist as a stunt double.
Brandon Lee.
90s.
He technically started in the 90s. Shane West.
Shane West.
Sure, yeah.
Who's that?
He did that movie. His most famous thing is he did A Walk to Remember.
Yeah, with Mandy Moore. I know that film. And they did a film in like early 2000s, and it had what's her face?
If you want to get Leo DiCaprio or Eddie Furlong as Peter Parker, but for Spider-Man in the suit, with the
as weird as
Tom
this
Cruise as
sounds,
Spider-Man.
DiCaprio is a little bit too handsome to play Peter.
Jason Gedrick as Spider-Man.
Doesn't get Rick.
That would have worked in the 80s, maybe. But I don't know about the 90s. He was in his 30s.
In the 80s, I would say Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox totally would have been Peter Parker.
You know who would have been a good stunt double for like Spider-Man in the suit for the acrobatics? Probably like a Mark Dacascos or something like that.
Yeah, someone who can handle like
or
the very sort
what
of.
about what's his name? The guy, Chris. It starts with a C. He was the suit actor in who played Scorpion.
Chris Casamassa.
Yeah.
What about him as a suit?
Guys to do all the stuff.
What about Because listen, you're already gonna have to get a star to play Spider-Man. So with the suit actor, you don't really need like a star at that time. Mark Dacascos would have been expensive.
Who would you cast to be the villain in this hypothetical?
This is a good one.
Spider-Man film.
Corey Haim as Spider-Man.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, Chris Casamassa would have been a good like for the stunt double. He was already the stunt double for Batman and Robin. You know.
But wait.
Corey Haim.
Wait. In this hypothetical Spider-Man film in the 90s, what comic book villain would you choose, and what actor to play that villain?
Well, for the starting point, I would obviously go with Green Goblin.
Okay.
Yeah, that was supposed to happen, right? In the 80s, Michael Dudikoff.
Michael Dudikoff is Spider-Man.
I'd probably go with Green Goblin since people argue all the time like who is Spider-Man's arch enemy, but I think a lot of fans would probably say Green Goblin.
He's the closest to like the Spider-Man equivalent of the Joker in a way.
You know what?
Chris
O'Donnell is Spider-Man.
Chris O'Donnell is Spider-Man.
Decision. He could probably redeem himself.
Yeah.
after
Chris O'Donnell is Spider-Man with Chris Casamassa doing the stunts. Yeah. Scorpion, Scorpion being Spider. You know who Chris Casamassa was in Mortal Kombat, right, John?
Yeah.
Scorpion.
I've heard his name, but
That's Scorpion.
You know who would have been a good villain to put in this 90s Spider-Man film? I think the Rhino would have been a pretty interesting idea if they took it in that direction.
I'm trying to think how that would look in the 80s if they did Rhino.
Oh, in the 80s?
It would be a guy in a giant suit. Yeah.
Yeah. It would be like a Brian Thompson type.
Better than Paul Giamatti.
Oh, anything is better than that, obviously.
Brian Thompson could play a comic book villain. You know, he could be like God.
You know who should play the Rhino?
Who?
He wouldn't be a star, but it could Ralph Moeller.
Ralph Moeller. Yeah, I know who that is.
Steven, he played Conan in the 90s.
Okay.
But yeah, he would have been good for the 90s as too if they wanted. This is probably a wild card choice because he's a different color, but it doesn't matter because he's a big guy. Tiny Lister Jr.
Pizza golf.
No acting required.
No, but I would actually go with Zeus Tiny Lister Jr.
You know what?
as
I had to
Rhino.
remember the name for a second there. I had to remember the name for a second there. But if this was the 80s, you know who could have played Rhino? Vernon Wells.
Vernon Wells. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, changing the subject from a little bit. What about Mortal Kombat in the 80s?
Okay, that would have been pretty interesting.
Vernon Wells as Kano.
Okay, I like that decision already.
I like that one. It would be
who would be Liu Kang?
Liu Kang. Liu Kang would probably be like Jackie Chan or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I have to imagine.
Oh, if this is in the 80s, Patrick Swayze as Johnny Cage.
Swayze as Johnny Cage.
Actually, that sounds pretty.
Or JeanClaude Van Damme as Johnny Cage.
That's probably.
Well, I think Swayze works a little bit better.
Yeah, Swayze works a little bit better
because he's got that, more so like Hollywood American sort of like.
Yeah, he does.
That Johnny Cage has.
And then let's see, Liu Kang. Jackie Chan.
I said it already. Jackie Chan as Liu Kang.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. Because
okay, since Showdown in Little Tokyo,
Sean Connery is rated.
Who?
Sean Connery is rated.
Sean Connery is rated.
No. 80s. Remember, he would have been so alive. Orson Welles as Raiden.
No, that's awful. That is horrible.
I think it could have worked with his voice.
Nothing like Raiden.
For Sonya Blade in the 80s, two choices. Either Cynthia Rothrock or maybe Helen Slater, because she was Supergirl.
I could see how.
Well, I think Cynthia Rothrock because
Cynthia Rothrock is a good choice. Yeah.
And on top of that, I feel like Cynthia Rothrock would be even more popular if she was.
Maybe.
I got the perfect.
The Bond girl. What's her name the actress's name in For Your Eyes Only? She would have been good.
Oh, the brunette.
Yeah.
I forgot. Let me look it up.
Yeah.
Who would you cast as Baraka?
Baraka. That's a guy. That's a guy in a suit. I wouldn't. Baraka would be a guy in a costume. He wouldn't be a big actor.
But
I think she could be. I think she could be a good Sonya Blade. I mean, just make her a blonde. I mean, it's pretty simple to do. I mean,
I got a good. This is probably a wild card for Katana in the 80s. Tanya Roberts.
Tia Carrera.
Tia Carrera's Katana.
As weird
but Tia Carrera didn't become popular until the 90s.
As weird as
she was acting in the 80s. She was in like one of the last seasons of the A-Team.
It would have been.
Yeah, that would have worked. That would have worked though. Brandon, wait, bring up the last one that Wildman said. No, the other one. Sho Kosugi's rating, that would have worked, but bring Brandon Lee as Liu Kang.
Yes, actually.
Hey, Ross.
Yeah, Brandon Lee's Liu Kang.
Wait, hold on.
Michelle
Don't
Yeoh
think I'm weird, but Anthony Wong as Shang Tsung.
I got the perfect Shang
Shang
Tsung.
Tsung.
James Hong.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you nailed it right
Well, I
there.
say Anthony Wong because when you look at Anthony Wong, you just think of a creep, and I think that's why he would have been a good.
Bolo
Who
Young
would've been
screams
Shao
like a Mortal
Kahn?
Kombat villain.
Yeah.
Bolo Young has to be somebody.
Bolo Young is maybe Goro with some extra arms. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who would be Shao Kahn?
Shao Kahn. Maybe Brian Thompson back then if he didn't act like he did in Annihilation.
Yeah.
Or Clancy Brown. That would have been a good one.
Clancy Brown, yeah.
Yeah.
Money, 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 money.
Oh, Pat.
Kenshi.
What about David Prowse?
Oh, Darth Vader? Yeah.
Yeah,
Julia Nixon as Katana.
What about
You know, if this was the 90s, or hypothetically, then someone mentioned Tia Carrere. I think Tia Carrere would have made a good Jade at some point.
Or how about this? Tia Carrere as Chun-Li for Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So in Street Fighter though, who do you cast as Bimmy and Jimmy?
For Double Dragon?
Yeah.
Double Dragon, okay.
Yeah.
Bimmy and Jimmy, Brandon Lee.
Or is it Billy?
Billy and Jimmy, yeah.
Or I thought it was Bimmy though.
No, that's a typing error. That's a type.
I know. I know. It's just funny.
Yeah.
who would be your choice?
You mean besides Brandon Lee? For today?
Daniel Craig.
God, I mean, today is tough. I mean, a lot of actors suck lately.
Yeah. Okay,
But-
we brought up who. Oh yeah, Sho Kosugi is Scorpion for Mortal Kombat.
Today,
Today? I'm talking about
Yeah.
Spider-Man and Mortal Kombat.
Spider-Man.
Okay.
I don't know.
Today? Oh, gosh.
I would just say get it on. Actually, you know who would make a good,
Hey, Eric.
who I think would make a good Spider-Man,
Who?
and probably Stevens might be the only one who knows who he is.
Who?
Leo Howard.
Mm.
He was in a TV show on Disney, Kicking It. Where they know martial arts, and this guy's only 24 years. This guy's only 24 years old, and he's already a martial artist. And I think he might.
Pat
I think
Morita's saying some. Honestly, Wild Man, I think Pat Morita might be a better Raiden, if I have to be honest.
Yeah.
But Shang Tsung works fine too.
But this guy, if we're casting Spider-Man now, he's already a martial artist. I believe he's like a orange belt. Last I saw.
I mean,
And
the name
still-
sounds familiar, but
Still studying martial arts.
Leo Howard sounds familiar, but I don't know him
Um,
well.
Juma.
Yeah.
Is he the kid with the long hair? Leo Howard?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's him.
Oh, really?
Leo Howard.
Oh, cool.
Tom, you're related to Thomas Hayden Church?
Yeah.
That's cool. Have you ever so you met him and stuff? Also, or...
Yeah.
But wait, Eric, does that mean you're part sand and you're not telling us?
Can you imagine this?
Charles Bronson is right. Fuck no. I can't imagine that.
Hey, I've got the power of electricity. I'm a god, eh?
Oh my god. That sounds like Fonz is Raiden.
Sure.
Fonz would be good too.
No. Joe. No. Joe Pesci is Raiden.
Imagine Fonz.
You mother.
Hey,
The fate of the billions
hey,
depends.
I'm gonna fuck up the tournament. Hey, shut the
The
fuck up.
fate of billions
I'll
depends
take
on you,
you.
motherfuckers. Oh, for Spider-Man, yeah.
Robert
Yeah.
De Niro, Raiden.
Robert
George
De Niro.
Lazenby as
Shout-
Raiden.
Daniel Craig as Raiden. Wildman, I'm making this with you.
That's Wild Man's Dreamcast. Daniel Craig for every part.
He's got a poster of him right there.
Oh, how about
Yeah.
this? Daniel Craig is Johnny Cage.
No.
Well, I do. I'm Johnny Cage. That's how he'd say it.
You do a shit American accent.
No. Daniel Craig nowadays would sit there and say, how Johnny Cage should be gay or something like that. You know?
Fuck
Cage-
that shit.
Johnny Cage is too white.
Johnny Cage.
Well, Daniel Craig apparently, luckily, despite how much I don't like,
Oh, that's
I
cool,
don't-
Amy.
despite how much I don't like Barbara Broccoli, apparently she actually wanted to make Daniel Craig. She wanted to make James Bond gay, and Daniel Craig did say no.
But
Unless
apparently-
he was gay with Wildman.
But apparently his character in the Glass Onion movie is gay. But,
Yeah,
The
which
Blanc?
Tong Po from
That's what-
Kickboxer.
okay,
That'd be
come
cool.
on. That was even obvious in the first movie that he was gay.
I
Tong
had no
Po from
idea.
Kickboxer should be
All right,
Mortal
all right.
Kombat.
Since we're going
Honestly-
on with bullshit hypotheticals,
Huh?
I've got one.
Huh?
Sylvester Stallone is Reptile.
No, fuck that shit.
I know
man.
that's a
Go
joke.
on, be spitting
I'm
acid.
trying to pick the most bullshit scenario.
What's next? Mark Wahlberg as Luke King?
Fuck that shit, man. No.
What? Who?
Marky Mark is Liu Kang, apparently.
Wow!
Mark is
I know
Mark.
martial arts. Look
Wow.
at me kicking the air. Oh my!
What? No.
Believe in the science, guys. Wow.
Dude, Liu Kang's my homie. You don't disrespect him like that, man.
Luke Kang is Bostonian. Bostonian Luke Kang.
Oh,
Jack.
God.
The
Luke
first
King
Luke
was
Kang,
first dancing to
the first Luke Kang
That
from
song.
Beantown.
Oh, no. You know who you get as Bimmy and Jimmy in a Double Dragon movie?
Beantown Luke Kang.
No. You get, what if you got Donnie Wahlberg and Marky Mark?
Wow, guys, we're about to get
Feel
you
it.
Luke King. Let's start dancing to Good Vibrations.
Yeah.
Bieber's reptile, really?
Oh, hell no.
Oh my god.
Well, he is a reptile in real life, so
No.
why not?
You know who you get? You know who you get as Reptile? He's never acted before. But what about that guy who actually tattooed himself to make him look like a lizard? And he even
What?
and he even did something with his tongue, so he actually has a lizard tongue.
What's that noise? It sounds like a vacuum.
Ew.
Someone's got a vacuum going?
I don't know who that is.
I don't got a vacuum going.
I don't got anything.
Oh,
Me
it's
Oh,
neither.
that's Scotty. Yeah.
I think it's my fan or something in my computer or something.
You're
So-
good, man.
and-
You're
okay.
good.
Anyway, so
So cast the real lizard man as Reptile.
Charles Bronson is Shao Kahn.
No.
This is
Might as well
this is a
have
joke,
Ben
that's
Stiller as
why.
Johnny Cage.
Ben Stiller's Johnny Cage. No.
Kirk
I got one.
Douglas as Rated.
John Cena, Shao Kahn.
Oh my goodness.
John Cena's Johnny Cage.
No, better yet, Frank Langella as Shia Khan.
Oh,
Frank Langella.
Rucker
Rucker
Hauer.
Hauer.
That's right.
That's a good one, actually. That's a good one.
Actually, Rutger
Hauer.
Hauer isn't too far fetched. It
Yeah.
isn't too far fetched.
Or how about
Yeah.
Gerald Butler's Kano?
Who?
Gerard Butler's Kano.
Yep.
Maybe.
You know, actually,
I can see that being a possibility.
that wouldn't be the worst decision ever. I
No.
ain't gonna, I mean, it wouldn't work, but it's closer than I thought it would. Than I
You know what? I mean, come on. I mean, I know he's supposed to be Australian, but I think for the movie we could make Kano an angry Scot. You know,
Oh,
as long as he wears a kilt and he does what you know back
can
in the
you
day.
imagine Kano with one eye and a fucking kilt? Are you kidding me? He's gonna play the bagpipe instead of kicking ass, and he's gonna get drunk instead of kicking ass.
That's what
It probably
Scotland does.
would have wanted to really push it. They could have had Scott Eastwood beat Johnny Cage for all I know.
That wouldn't be horrible.
That would be.
in a
No,
film and got arrested for it. Wait, who was this
What?
again?
Who is this we're talking about here?
He was also on Ricky. What's that?
Ricky Lake. It was
Ricky
a talk
Lake,
show back in
some
the day.
talk show back in the '90s. There's Donnie Hugh. There was Sally Jesse Raphael or something like that. I don't know if anyone remembers that.
Jerry
shit.
Springer. Yeah.
Jerry
Oh,
Springer.
I got
And
a
of
good
course,
one.
forget Mari Povich.
Maury Povich.
Dolph Lundgren as Johnny Cage.
He's too big.
Too
Actually,
buff.
I don't. No, it's not that he's too buff. He's too.
He's too tall.
And it's not to be like he's too European. That's the problem.
He doesn't have the cocky swagger that Johnny has, to be honest.
Vinny Jones.
Vinny Jones.
Who
Who cares
cares
about
who I
Vinny
am?
Jones?
I'm the Kano, bitch.
Kind of bitch. Yeah.
How about Kurt Russell as Johnny Cage?
I can't get that.
Yeah,
idea.
maybe.
Kenny
Yeah.
Tar. Is that the,
Maybe
wait,
the chin's too big.
is Kenny Tar like the old troll that used to go by Barbecue Network or whatever his name was? I know.
Wasn't that?
Wait. Isn't this the same Kenny
Yeah.
Tar that you guys were telling me about on one of the streams that you guys said used to be cool, or is that a different guy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That
he,
was
it
him.
was like a shyster or something.
yeah.
Like
He wanted.
He was a scammer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Charles Bronson was supposed to be.
That would be cool.
I'm
He
going.
might have been
Kenny.
able to pull it off, but I think they went with Kurt Russell because he was younger. So
Kenny,
The
Kenny
age is
Tar-
a
But
bullshit.
but
Oh.
think-
What about a crossover?
Crossover between Cobra Kai and Mortal Kombat. I don't know about a crossover, but definitely like a fan art thing where the Cobra Kai characters are dressed up like the Mortal Kombat characters, if anything.
Yeah.
You know, like Miguel dressed up as Liu Kang.
yeah.
some guy named Kenny Hornickson says, "I still have a debate with you, Junebug, or something."
Don't worry
Oh,
about him. I'm trying to block him.
I know. What
No. He's a no. Don't. Hey, he's a cool troll. Don't worry about it.
All right.
He's a cool troll. He'll just say stuff like, "The Earth is flat because Mortal Kombat says so," or something. You know. He's a cool troll. He's just kind of a dumb troll.
Did he
you know?
really say that shit before?
No. He's
One
just a
time you
flat
went
earther.
too far, dude. One time you went too far.
Yeah, he did, but he apologized
Why are
for
you
it.
still
you know?
allowing that? If he's promoting bad behavior, you kick the troll out. You go scorched earth.
He's a cool troll. Well,
It's up to you. It's up to you.
Does
he only went too far once, and then he apologized for it. So you know,
Was
we're
it a
not gonna-
Yeah,
genuine
but it was
apology?
still no.
Well, I'm not going to debate flat Earth here. I just stupid.
Yeah, it is.
how the fuck is the Earth flat? There's images that are proof that the Earth is round. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
well, he'll say stuff like "flat Earth is a religion" and all that stuff, which I'm like, that does
Next thing you know, he'll talk about boneless pizza or something like that.
Or maybe or he'll agree with Gwyneth Paltrow say that water has feelings or some bullshit like that.
Water? What the fuck does that mean? Water has.
Whatever, Kenny.
Is he being stupid? Is he being stupid or something now, or what?
It says now he's saying Nessa means to deceive in Hebrew.
No,
I remember that. John, it's up to you.
no, he's a cool troll. He'll just say stupid stuff. You know, he's not going to sit there and like,
It says evolution means to lie in Latin.
right, Kenny. We've proved. Me and Eric have proven you wrong. Okay, so.
But let's continue with the.
Yeah, let's continue on. Yeah.
Yeah, he makes Forrest Gump look like Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein.
Okay,
Forrest Gump.
hey,
Like, that's an insult to Forrest Gump.
on one of Kenny's videos, okay, Kenny loses all credibility with how smart he thinks he is, because in one of his videos he spelled ice wrong.
Characters, people, Rangers. Yeah.
Did you guys hear me?
Fine
On
is
one of
just a theory.
On one of Kenny,
Go ahead.
on one of Kenny's videos, he spelled ice wrong, so he loses all credibility. You know, as far as his theories.
Who let the dogs out?
Dog.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs
It was James Cameron.
Who let the dogs out?
It was James Cameron.
It was Daniel Craig. Yeah.
It was Daniel Craig.
Yeah, Daniel Craig and James
Dude,
Cameron.
dude,
And
Daniel
Ron
Craig
Perlman.
is
Daniel Craig said
both
the dog.
fucking
What
How about
Cobra
this?
Kai,
How about this
Cobra
question
Kai
here?
characters do you see as the characters from Mortal Kombat? Okay, to answer Wildman's question, I see Miguel as Liu Kang.
Even my dog disagrees with Kenny.
I could see maybe Sam as Kitana. You know, Samantha LaRusso. You know, the daughter, Daniel's daughter is Kitana.
Peyton
Tori is
List.
Sonya.
Peyton List as Sonya Blade.
Yes,
Yep.
Tori is Sonya.
As long as she gets naked.
Alright then.
Who else? Daniel is Sub-Zero.
What about Terry Silver?
Terry Silver, Shao Kahn.
It's Raiden. Oh.
Yeah. Raiden, yeah.
No, Miyagi's Raiden.
Well, he's got the gray ponytail, right?
Yeah, I know, but still, you know.
You think we could have gotten Pat Morita for a role somehow in the Mortal Kombat, even if it's Karate Kid?
Same universe.
Kreese would be Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
Hawk would be like Kung Lao or Johnny Cage.
What would Johnny Lawrence be?
Johnny Lawrence, Scorpion.
Scorpion.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Who else?
Kreese.
Kreese, Shang Tsung.
Yep.
And you know why he's Shang Tsung? Because, you know, Terry Silver is like the big bad guy and Kreese is below him. That's like Shao Kahn and Shang Tsung.
I'm trying to picture like Kreese is like Shang Tsung.
Yeah, I know it's funny, but still.
No, I'm more just laughing at future stuff. I'm trying to keep my eye on Kenny since I said he's cool, but
okay.
Hey John, you should read the last thing that Kenny said.
Well,
yeah, just read it. Just read it aloud and just roast him,
I'm
John.
not gonna read it. I mean,
I also
Uses vaccines. Brainwash people.
Wow.
whatever.
Hey, Kenny, can I ask you a question? Are you a virgin?
But why do we? Like,
So yeah,
Look,
No?
I'm not gonna go into it with the trolls here. So I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Trolls.
my comparisons between Cobra Kai and Mortal Kombat makes sense so far, right?
And
Why?
yeah, and
So I
besides,
wouldn't know.
John,
What's that noise?
with Kenny, I think he's more of a poet than a troll. So
What's the noise? The noise. You guys hear that?
Oh, that must be Scotty's fan.
Okay.
Hold on, let me do something.
Uh,
It could be James Cameron messing up your.
It could have easily been Daniel as Liu Kang, but but because because Miguel is like the main guy besides Daniel and Johnny, and plus he's got the relationship with Sam, kind of like Liu Kang with Kitana. So
yeah. Trying to think, see what else is out there.
Soundtrack by Scott AC.
say what?
Soundtrack brought to you by Scotty's AC.
All right, here's a list of like most underrated action movies of the 1980s. This is
Boom,
The
no,
80s. Cool.
an article from
Okay.
today on MovieWeb. At number 10 is
Or-
Black Rain.
Let John talk, please. Junebug and Steven. Sorry about that, but yes, you were saying, John.
Oh, this underrated action movies list from MovieWeb from the 80s. At number 10 is Black Rain.
Black Rain. Oh, that's a
I
Yeah.
haven't seen it yet.
Number 9 is Maniac Cop.
Maniac Cop. Wait, that's horror, not action.
That's a slasher. I wouldn't agree with it being an action movie.
Number 8 is Cobra.
Cobra. Yeah,
I would
I'm
say
surprised. I'm
Cobra
shocked it's not
Rain.
higher on the list.
Not bad.
Number 7 is Best of the Best.
Never.
Yeah,
Haven't
that's,
seen it.
Interesting.
that's the best school.
Number 6 is Project A.
Never.
Project A. That's a
What's it
Jackie
called?
Chan movie, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Action Jackson.
Action Jackson.
I love Action Jackson. That movie's great.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
I love Action Jackson.
Number 4 is Streets of Fire.
Streets of Fire.
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that one.
Number
Doesn't it have
3
Michael Pierre or Parr in it or something?
Michael Pare.
Or Paré?
Number 3 is Police Story 2.
Police Story 2.
I-
Yeah.
Number 2 is The Killer.
The Killer.
The
John Wick.
Killer-
Oh, it's a great one.
The
That's
most
a classic.
underrated. Well, actually, I don't know if The Killer's underrated, but it's great. It's one of my
Number
favorites.
one. Number one
Great
is
movie.
what is it, John?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Good film.
I wouldn't say underrated. I think
To be
people know
to be
about it.
fair, it's been getting Big Trouble in Little China's been getting a lot more reappraisal in recent
Yeah,
memory.
I would say that Big Trouble in Little China is underrated. Maybe if
I'll-
you're talking in the 80s, it would definitely be.
Yeah, that poster. Yeah, yeah.
It's definitely stuff for us. Great character. Jack Burton.
Damn it, fair.
Oh no,
fell.
it's okay.
Oh, it's okay.
It better not have broken, man.
Call the ER.
Is it okay?
It didn't
No.
break, didn't it?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Well,
inviting you on, Kenny. Forget about it.
I swear, we're big trouble. I love it too, Jamie.
Oh, wow.
Lucky.
Nice.
I thought it.
Wait, how old are you, Jamie? Hold on.
So she would be probably what, 49? I'm guessing now.
Damn.
I wish I saw it in the theater. That's all.
I wish I would have
Wait,
seen.
John. John, can I make a request?
What?
Since I'm on my phone and I can't look it up myself, most underrated movies of the 90s. Is there a list for that on MovieWeb?
Let me see if I can.
Yeah,
Is
I'd look it up.
is it
myself.
fair? Is it fair to call Mortal Kombat 95 underrated because it still gets praise?
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, it depends on who you ask. Because
Yeah, it depends on who you're asking
depends on who you're asking.
because here it has a 5.8 on IMDb. That's one thing, you know.
Yeah, that's one thing that has a 5.8.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a list, but it's from November of last year. 22 most underrated 90s movies.
Okay,
Okay.
Hey, okie
I
dokie.
think that works. That works. Last year isn't too bad.
Number
Okay.
one is Before Sunrise.
For
I never-
Sunrise.
What the
Okay.
hell is that?
Yeah, that's the Richard Linklater romance film with Ethan.
Yeah,
Hawke.
with Ethan Hawke. I still need to check those out.
Number 2 is what? Days of Being Wild. I never heard of
Never
that.
seen that movie.
I've
Never
heard of it, just never
I
seen it.
never heard of this movie before.
Heard of it.
Number 3 is Meet Joe Black.
Meet Joe Black.
I heard of that
Brad
one.
Pitt.
Is that the Brad Pitt film?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I've never seen it.
That movie's like 3 hours long.
Number 4 is Three Colors.
Three Colors.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
the Three Colors trilogy.
I heard
They're-
of it, but I've
they're
never seen
foreign
it.
films. I gotta
Yeah.
check those out.
Number 5 is Fearless.
Fearless.
With, Jeff Bridges.
What's this?
Brendan Fraser.
That I don't think. I don't believe I have.
Number 6 is Four Rooms.
Four Rooms.
I've
Oh,
heard.
yeah.
That was
I think
ass.
Tarantino wrote that film. if I'm not mistaken.
So what's this list again, guys? I didn't hear it.
Most
Uh,
underrated.
underrated.
90s.
Yeah, 22
Underrated
most
90s.
underrated 90s movies.
22
Yes.
most underrated. Yes.
Yes.
This is from November last year. Number 7 is Audition.
Audition. I've
I
never
don't
seen
think
it.
Audition's accurate.
Dude, we're in uncharted territory because I have never seen or heard any of these films.
Yeah, this is, I'll
Audition
look up another one.
is a Japanese horror. Over it.
All right.
Or-
All right, here's one.
Okay.
This is from back in December. Underrated 90s movies you can stream right now. It doesn't give a
Okay.
number. Number 1 is 12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys.
Really good
okay.
film.
Oh, that's good.
Next one is Emma.
I've never seen it.
I think that has Gwyneth Paltrow in it or something. Came out in '96.
Number 3 is The Fugitive.
Fugitive.
Is it
I don't know if
I
it.
say
How's
that's.
that underrated?
I don't know if it's underrated because a
I
lot of
think
people like.
everyone loves the Fugitive. I
Yeah.
love it.
That film got praise from critics. How's that
One of my
underrated?
favorites.
Yeah.
No.
Number 4, A League of Their Own.
League of Their Own. Yeah, dude. I don't know if these. I don't know what planet do you think these are underrated?
These are just
because-
regular movies.
Yeah.
Even 12 Monkeys was not really underrated because that got praise from critics too.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
League of Their Own though is awesome because we get to see Tom Hanks take the longest pee ever.
Dude, by their logic, by their logic, the Shawshank Redemption is underrated.
Yeah, it's Shawshank Redemption critically underrated.
Okay, here we go. I found a better list. This is 21 underrated 90s action movies you need to watch. And
Let's go.
this article is from February of last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Number 1, End of Days.
And the dates. Yeah.
good movie.
Damn it! It's good.
Yeah.
Do you guys like 12 Monkeys?
I've never
It's
seen
been
it.
a long time. Since,
Blu-ray. I have the Arrow Blu-ray, so yeah, I definitely have 12 Monkeys. So
it's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't have an opinion on it, but I
like
understand.
there's actually one other film I think they should add. It had Thomasine Griffin in it called Excessive Force or something like that. Don't know if anyone's heard of it.
I heard of it. I heard of it.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
also had Lance
so-
Henriksen in it too.
Yeah.
And what's her name? Charlotte. What's her from Golden Child's also in it too.
Charlotte Lewis.
Charlotte
John.
Lewis.
John,
Oh.
what else is on the list?
The action movies of 90s. Number 2 is Toy Soldiers.
Toy Soldiers.
I haven't seen it in a while, but I know it had Will Wheaton, Sean Astin was in it. And, oh yeah, Andrew Devoff from Wishmasters in it.
Cool.
It's
Number
pretty
3 is
good.
Assassins.
Which one's number 3?
Yeah.
Assassins.
Assassins. With
I need to fully watch that.
No, I just.
What
disagree.
was
I don't
number
like that
2?
film.
I didn't hear it.
Number 2 is Toy Soldiers with Sean Astin.
Never seen it.
That's a good one.
And
Yeah.
Number 4 is Point of No Return.
Point of No Return.
I've only seen La Femme Nikita. I've
Is
never seen
Is Point of Bridget Fonda? Yeah.
Before she got grossly overweight.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Number 5 is Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents. Yeah.
Heard of it, but
I've
never
heard of
seen
it. Never
I
seen
saw it. It was okay. It was all right.
Number 6, Soldier with Kurt Russell.
it. Never seen it.
That's a decent one.
It's been a while
Yeah.
since I remember not minding it.
Number 7 is Dante's Peak.
Dante's Peak.
That's
Never
good.
seen it.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's the more realistic volcano movie out there. If you want more entertaining, that's Volcano.
Number 8 is The Quest.
Quest with JeanClaude Van Damme. Nah. Wasn't a
I'm
fan
mixed
of
on
it.
it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
So
I've heard mixed things.
Never
on it.
seen it.
it's not one of my
What, The
favorite
Quest with
movies
JeanClaude Van
right now.
Damme?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking to Steven. You never seen The Quest.
No, I've never seen it.
Okay.
Same here. I've never seen it, but I've heard about it.
Number 9 is Lethal Weapon 4.
I would say that's
I
underrated.
agree. Yes.
Okay.
I like
Very
Lethal Weapon
underrated.
4 a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I
I like it more than
Lethal
Part
Weapon
3,
4 more than
honestly.
Lethal Weapon 3, in my opinion.
Me too.
Oh.
Me too, Steven.
Number
I don't
10
like
is
Part 3 that much.
Number 10 is Drive.
Drive. Mark Dacascos. Yeah, that's
I
That's
need to
cool.
watch that film. Ramble Off keeps praising the hell out of that movie, so I need to
That
see it.
movie's great. That movie is
Yeah.
really fun. I have the Blu-ray.
it was on this list, Jamie.
Number 11 is Blue Steel. Jamie Lee
Bruce
Curtis.
Stewart, Jimmy Lee Curtis.
I've seen it. It's pretty. Ron
That's
Silverman.
pretty good.
Ron Silverman's a pretty good villain in there.
Okay.
Number 12, Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
I
yeah,
would
Brian-
agree. Yes, Stone
That's a good
Cold
one.
is one of the most underrated action movies in
Yeah,
general.
with Brian Bosworth.
And Lance Henriksen
Yes,
is a
that movie's
villain again. So,
badass.
yeah.
Yeah.
Number
You just
13.
picked the wrong passenger, buddy.
All right.
13. I don't know about this one, but Conspiracy Theories number 13.
Never
I need to
seen
rewatch
It was.
again.
I don't know
Oh, wait.
if I could classify
I don't know if
that
it's
as
underrated,
underrated.
but
Going back
didn't-
to Stone Cold real quick, my favorite line in that movie is, "Don't,
Please
son,
don't.
that gun is loaded."
oh yeah,
Number 14 is LA Wars.
I like LA Wars. It's a fun little cheap action movie. It's all right.
never seen it.
Vinegar Syndrome put it out.
Number
Right.
15 is Hard Rain.
Hard Rain.
Never
Oh, yeah,
seen Hard
Christmas
Rain.
Story. I haven't fully watched it, but I keep hearing some good things about it.
Number 16 is Nemesis.
Nemesis. Oh, well.
Nemesis is good.
Albert
Nemesis-
Pune,
1992,
rest in
I'm
peace.
guessing?
Good.
What's that?
Isn't that 1992? I think.
Yes.
Yeah, 92.
Yeah.
I recommend Nemesis. That's
Yeah.
the only Albert on film I've seen.
Number
The only-
17 is Deep Rising.
Deep Rising. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Damn
Never seen it.
good action movie right there. Treat Williams, Famke Janssen. Oof.
Number 18, The Quick and the Dead.
Quick and the Dead. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never seen
It's
it.
Yeah.
directed by
You know, maybe
Stanley.
some of these films are underrated.
seen
'Cause I haven't seen a lot of
A
them.
little bit of it.
Number 19 is Fist of the North Star.
Just to the North Star. With Gary Daniels. Yeah.
The anime gets recommended a lot to me. I gotta see the anime.
Yeah, the anime is great, but the live action movie is kind of like a weak adaptation.
Number 20, Showdown Little Tokyo.
Showdown
I
with
would
Tokyo. That's cool.
Yeah.
I wish we saw the uncut version, but oh well.
Yeah.
21 is Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide.
Crimson.
That was pretty big when it came out, though, but, not many
Yeah,
people
that's it.
talk about it now, though, I suppose.
Yeah, that was the list right there.
That was the list right there.
I think they could have added some more films like Dark Angel. I think they could have easily added like maybe what's that? I think they could have even added Broken Arrow. I think Broken Arrow's
Broken
good.
Arrow.
Yeah.
What else is an underrated
It's
night?
a good
I think
list.
I think Matt would come up with a better list like that than this, to be honest.
Tornado
That list, though, I will give it that.
Tornado.
Improvement.
with Bruce Campbell and Ernie Hudson.
I don't know, man.
I need to rewatch Conspiracy Theory again. I just remember it being too long.
You know, technically, if you really
You know,
think about it,
you know-
Dust Till Dawn is action horror. No, that's not underrated. That's not underrated.
You know what should be on this list? Rapid Fire with Brandon Lee.
I've actually never
Oh.
seen Rapid Fire.
Rapid Fire, yeah.
Actually, what should be on that list? It's not an action movie, but if we're talking just underrated '90s movies, it's called Hidden in Silence. It's one of.
But we were talking about specifically action movies, to be honest.
I got another one. The Perfect
90s.
Weapon.
Yeah.
What would you guys
90s action
consider to be underrated action films from the 90s yourself?
Underrated action films from the 90s, what?
No. What would your opinion on underrated action? What are action films that you guys think are underrated that weren't on film?
Maybe Street Night with Jeff Speakman.
Street Night. Perfect
Weapon.
Dead the Outbreak would be
Yeah,
up
I was
there
gonna mention
too.
that.
Skyscraper.
Get the fuck out of here. That one with Anna Nicole Smith?
Skyscraper sucks. That movie's complete ass.
I haven't seen it.
I like
There's
it
another
with
one
Anna
that
Nicole Smith.
had what? It's kind of like a Die Hard ripoff, but it has Shannon
The
Tweed in
only
it called
thing
No
good about
Contest.
Skyscrapers, you get
Wanna
to
know
see
about No
Anna Nicole Smith
Contest?
naked.
Andrew Dice
That's
Clay was
what-
in that movie.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's the only good
Yeah.
thing about
Fort
Skyscraper.
Fairlane. Fort
Fuck
Fairlane.
Exactly.
That's a damn good one right there.
I
1990.
got another one. The Big
I've
Hit.
never seen Fort Fairlane. I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
You gotta check out Fort Fairlane. Fort Fairlane's one of my favorites.
Okay, anything Rennie
And, you know,
Harlan
you say
did
the Big
outside
Hit,
of
I think you said?
Cliffhanger
Yeah,
is
with Mark Wahlberg,
underrated.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen a little bit of it. It seemed good. There's a nice looking.
Would you guys consider The Long Kiss
Oh yeah, totally.
Good Night underrated? I mean, I think it's underrated.
Initially, Long Kiss Goodnight might have been underrated, but now
Yeah,
it's
that
getting
could have been
more
another good one
reappraised.
right there. But I haven't even fully watched it, so.
But nowadays,
It's a
nowadays
great
that movie gets
movie.
more. That movie gets more praise now. So
Here's all the films that are coming out next year.
okay.
Megan, you guys look forward to Megan?
No.
No.
Megan's gonna flop. It's a January movie, and it looks like it, so I don't care about Megan.
I already
Man.
saw Megan. It's called Child's Play remake.
And man,
Yeah, honestly, the Child's Play remake was pretty decent, and I think Mark Hamill, he may not have been Brad Dourif, but I think he did a solid job. I think.
Is Die Hard 2 underrated? Pretty much. It kind of is.
I actually would say Die Hard 2
Yeah.
underrated.
Long Kiss Goodnight is very
I
It's
like Die Hard 2 better.
overshadowed by Die Hard and Die Hard for.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like
Die
Die
Hard
Hard 2.
2, but I like 3
I
much
honestly
better.
like Die Hard 2 better than the original.
Fuck it. I don't care if you.
I wouldn't go
I don't.
that far.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far, but I like Die Hard 2 more than Die Hard 3. I'll put it that way. But I
Fuck
like
it.
Die Hard.
I got to pick for underrated 90s action film. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze.
I like TMNT too.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I didn't mind all three of them. They're still better than the Bay steroid abusing ones for sure.
Even Turtles
I
3, dude.
actually don't
What's
hate TMNT.
Even Turtles 3.
Yes, Turtles 3 was still better than that
I don't
piece of
hate
shit.
it. I don't hate
At
Turtles.
least Turtles 3
I
had
don't hate-
Casey in it for a little bit. I mean, he wasn't in it much, but still better than the Bay.
There you go, Jim Bob.
Now I keep hearing the 2007 one. I kept heard mixed things about it. It's the animated one.
Yeah, the CGI one.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I know that Mako was able to record the voice before he
Yeah,
died.
Mako as the voice of Splinter.
Well-
Yeah,
It was okay.
Well,
It was alright.
it was all right. Yeah.
well,
I
if
like
that
the
means
animated
we
one.
can
They were
agree on
basically
something.
killers.
What about Hudson Hawk? Would that have been a good one? Even if it's not his film?
I've never. Last Boy
I
Scout.
don't-
Last Boy Scout. Last Boy
Last
Scout.
Boy
was one of the most
Last
underrated
Boy Scout.
90s action films.
Dude,
Yeah.
if Hudson, I don't know about Hudson Hawk because that one, I don't remember that one, and I don't remember that one being that great, to be honest.
I can watch
Actually-
Hudson Hawk. It's fine.
I like Last
oh.
Man Standing. I
It's
think
fine.
that's an underrated.
I was gonna
Last
say
Man Standing with Bruce Willis. Yeah, that's a
How good that
fun one.
is.
Well, how about Armageddon?
That's a.
I'm in the middle.
Well,
With
yeah.
I don't mind
Very
that.
underrated.
I mean,
John,
I'm
what would
not
be your
super
underrated 90s action film?
Let me see.
Oh, John, I know that you reviewed Taking of Beverly Hills, and I have to say, I think that was underrated, but I disagree with you on one thing. I liked Ken Ball in the film. I know that you said that, Matt Frew was better. I agree, but I think Ken Ball did a good job.
This one, I don't know.
It's okay.
This one technically it's a straight to video effort, but I'll throw Guyver Dark Hero.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Yeah.
Guyver Dark Hero is very underrated. It's better than the
Yes.
first. Let's get that.
Yes.
I
I'd love
really,
to see that.
I really liked City Hunter with Jackie Chan, and that was released in the 90s.
Oh yeah, City Hunter with the Street Fighter 2 scene. That was great.
Yeah, I'd consider that underrated.
Yeah, I mean,
another Jackie Chan film that no one talks about. A couple of them: Operation Condor and Who Am I?
Top Dog with Chuck Norris.
Top Dog with Chuck Norris. By that logic, you might as well throw in Street Fighter for underrated '90s action films.
The one with JeanClaude Van Damme.
Goes to Mars.
Yeah, with JeanClaude Van Damme. Yeah.
I've seen the cartoon version movie, and I thought it was pretty decent myself. I don't know who did the voices, but it was a cool little film.
Which one? Wait, Scotty, which one?
The Street Fighter movie. I think it was like
the animated Street Fighter movie.
Yeah,
that one's great. That one's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's about a race.
And they had the corn song at the end. Are you ready?
I know. I think it's underrated. A lot of people don't really like it, but Firebirds with Nicolas Cage.
I've never seen Firebirds with Nicolas Cage.
I haven't seen it yet either.
I found this
wait.
article.
It's a Top Gun ripoff.
Mm-hmm.
Or
what
even
about Deadly Outbreak? Do you guys like that one with Jeff Speakman?
Oh
yeah.
I've seen it. I guess you got your bulletproof cup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try
We
something.
need a Blu-ray of that. What the hell is going on?
And Flight of the Intruder, I think it had what's his face. Danny Glover was in it, and Brad something. He was in Always. If I remember.
You know what? Fuck it. Predator 2 is underrated.
Predator 2, yeah, definitely.
You know,
you
know something, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it here and see if this works.
Yeah,
you know something, dude. Fuck it. I'll throw it out there. Mortal Kombat 95 is semi underrated. It's a good film.
I would say that semi underrated.
All right, here we go.
The description.
How about this?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Go down.
Let's do this.
Let's
I've
do
never
this.
done. All right, number 10, sudden death.
Sudden death for JeanClaude Van Damme.
Wait,
I need to
wasn't
rewatch
it
that
like
again.
kind of a hit when they came out though?
Sudden death kind of flopped when it came out.
Yeah, it didn't do very well. It only grossed like half of what it cost or something.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I like sudden death.
Yeah.
I don't like the
that Emma Frost picture was nice.
Ooh,
Top
that's
dog.
underrated.
Wait,
This definitely was a break in shooting during Walker, Texas Ranger. For sure.
Overlooked and underappreciated, really?
No, what Top Dog? You fucking serious?
You like Top Dog out of all films?
Keep going down. This is funny. This is great.
Too bad we didn't get a cameo with Tom Hanks. I'm sure he could.
Oh, The Rookie.
I've never seen The Rookie.
I've
With,
seen some.
with Clint Eastwood and Charlie Sheen. Yeah.
And Raul Julia was also.
Raul Julia in a villain role besides Bison in Street Fighter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People keep telling me The Rookie's a good one. I got to see it.
Yeah.
That's a great
amateur.
One of my favorites.
All right, let's go. China never
I've
seen
heard
it.
of it.
I
I've
gotta
heard
get
of it.
into
I know
Rocky.
there was 1 and 2. I haven't seen it.
Kind of like Top Dog.
No, it's good to know, man. It's your opinion, man.
I've never seen it.
I've heard of it. I remember they did some advertisements back when it was airing on Cinemax. I think it was.
All right, so number 6.
Death Ring. I've never seen, but that has like a bunch of like sons of '90s action stars. I think Steve McQueen's son's in that.
Yeah,
movie.
this is Mike Norris.
Mike Norris. Is he Chuck Norris's brother or something?
Son, I think. Yeah.
Son. Yeah. Yeah, he looks younger than Chuck.
And then we have the brother of Patrick Swayze, Don Swayze, in it or something.
Yeah, it says right there. Yeah, Don Swayze.
Why did they get all the siblings, but not like?
Let me see here. Number
But yeah,
5.
that thing I think got a new Blu-ray recently, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
No.
I mean,
RoboCop.
This
It's
list.
still better than the 2014 remake with Michael Keaton. I'll say that.
it's not as bad. It's
Still
not as bad as
RoboCop 3. Regardless of what excuse we make, it's still RoboCop 3.
This movie sucks ass. By this lot,
I mean, it's not as bad as people say it is, but it's still RoboCop 3.
Still RoboCop 3.
It's still
by this
kind
lo-
of, it's still
by
kind
this
of,
logic,
kind of like Robo-Slav if you want. Robo-Slav.
dude. By this logic,
This was a
you
definite
might as well say that fucking Mortal Kombat Annihilation is underrated.
Exactly. Also, wait, how come RoboCop 2 isn't on this list yet? RoboCop 3 is.
Maybe it might be. Let's see.
This is god awful.
You know,
What next? Batman and Robin's gonna be on this list too? What?
You know,
Be careful, it might be.
You know, speaking of
Spielberg on this
RoboCop,
list?
can we finally get RoboCop versus Terminator, the movie.
Can you
Yeah,
guys
that'd
read
be
this?
fun.
Not now. Not now.
Can you guys
please.
read that part right there?
Let me see. Okay, due to this change in target audience, Part 3 does lack the ultra violence and edge of the previous movies. However, this is still a thoroughly entertaining popcorn flick. Decades later, deserves a
Bullshit.
second chance without the expectations of it
Bullshit.
living up to the first two.
It's the weakest of the three. I'll
Bullshit.
say that, but it's not the worst. The worst to me will be the 2014 one.
All right.
That's not saying much though.
That's
Well,
not saying much.
Well,
That's
that's
like
even
comparing
worse.
a
versus
turd.
still fuck better than Joe. Can I get it?
Okay, Fire Down Below.
Yeah.
Now you're making
Fire
more
Down Below.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fire down below.
Okay, I like
Wasn't
Fire
bad.
Down Below, but how the fuck did RoboCop 3 make the list? Like, that's just horrible. But Fire Down Below is underrated. I think that
What culture? Go fuck yourselves because that list is horrible.
just
All
for
right.
the
Horror
fact that
Maker's list is
RoboCop
definitely
3.
on drugs.
Number 3.
Yeah, number 3.
Yeah, what is number? three?
Tough and
Tough-
Never
Deadly.
seen Tough and Deadly.
I believe
Billy
that's Billy
Blanks
Blanks
and
right
Roddy
there.
Piper. Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but
It looks good.
Yeah,
gotta
that's
be
fine. That's
it's
fine.
got to be good.
Okay.
Spawn.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Okay,
Is it
Never
number
seen Spawn.
Yeah, it was all right.
this is decent.
Yeah.
Spawn's,
Good.
Spawn's good.
Scared what number 1 is.
Yeah, what is number one? What is
What's
who is
number one?
numero uno?
I don't
Batman and
know.
Robin.
Let everybody
I
take a
don't know.
guess.
I don't know. Why don't you click on it?
Oh, God.
Oh, Fabio.
Oh, Fabio.
Please
Hey,
come in.
Fabio. We unfortunately have some bad news. We saw RoboCop 3 on the most underrated action movies list of the
But
90s.
I don't know if I don't know if I'd consider Spawn underrated because it kind of deserves some of the criticisms. But I think it's all right. You know.
All right. What's
Yeah, there's
number
some
1?
moments
If
where
every
the
person had to take a
look
guess.
good.
What's number
All right,
one?
I'm going to guess number 1's either Batman and Robin or Batman Forever. I feel like they're going to fuck with us.
They're gonna fuck with us, but I don't
This
know.
is definitely
I
a
rather
bonus.
I'd rather not guess.
Who's
I'd rather
number one?
not guess, to be
Number one
honest.
is? Who's number one?
I'd rather jump straight to the point. You know.
Let's get to it.
Well,
Wait, John,
I
what
know
is your
what's
guess?
I know.
What?
Hey,
John, what's your guess?
Oh, man.
this is going to be interesting.
Oh, God. Should we even click it?
I want to see. Just
We should look it.
I'll say rapid fire. How about that?
My guess will be Wild West.
I think you're gonna prepare yourself for disappointment, dude.
I think we're all going to be disappointed.
Number
Oh,
one.
really?
Oh, wow.
I just slam dunked it.
What actually happened?
It happened.
Good
And
call,
it
man.
deserves to be there. It deserves to be. You know?
Yeah.
I still don't like this list for putting RoboCop
Stevie
3.
Wonder made this.
I don't
Yeah.
think Stevie Wonder came close.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Rapid Fire is underrated. And sorry about that. I had to take care of James Cameron, so I left the chat.
Oh, okay, that's understandable. But okay, outside of
What was another
RoboCop
one?
3, this list wasn't horrible. But RoboCop 3 being on the list made it horrible.
Yeah, I know. Johnny, he's probably not a fan of Spawn, but you know, I thought the movie was okay.
It's not bad. I think it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
Fabio, what do you think of the list, and do you want to join in?
I mean, John, what would you rather watch, Spawn or whatever they're doing with the MCU now?
Spawn.
I've
Spawn.
never seen Spawn, so I cannot comment.
Hell, even the credits look cool. Even cool.
God
Yeah.
damn.
See,
It's crazy.
I think somebody just needs to get the money, redo all the bad special effects in Spawn.
Yeah,
And I
Jim,
think
Jim, you got a point there about how they were
I think it could be
using.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah. It seemed like some of the animation, especially during when you see Malbora and those other things,
Malbora.
much better. But the cape looked pretty fucking cool, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the
Why did
make
you
the
just put RoboCop 2? That never gets talked about.
Scotty, the makeup and the practical effects look great in that film.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Definitely.
Yeah, but the CGI
I'm
looked
not gonna
horrible.
dispute that at all.
CGI looked horrible, but it's a movie that has things about it that's good and things about it that really fucking
Yeah.
suck.
I think some
you
of
know.
the good effects work was probably done by LM, and then whatever other effects work was done by some other companies.
K&B did the practical effects.
Yeah, and they actually did the KMB. KMB actually worked on Predators, and the
Yeah,
Predator. Yeah, the
and
Predator
they
make
did-
them much better, I think.
From what I remember, they also did. Didn't they also had a hand with John Carpenter's The Thing or something? Or was that another team?
I know that Robotine did the thing. Are you talking about the
Yeah.
remake or the prequel that came out in 2011?
The 82
It was Robotine that worked on the makeup.
Robotine. I'm trying to remember what else K&B had a hand in, but you know,
I don't know if they're even around back then. I think Stan Winston may have worked on the thing for a bit.
God.
K&B. effects.
Quite remember.
trying to find other.
If you were to take or add any of these,
Oh no,
films to this list,
they
what would
were.
you do?
You're right, Scotty. They were around in '88. You know, they didn't come. Yeah, they didn't come until '88. Let me look them up. Oh, they did Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2 was.
You know, if we consider Army of Darkness action horror to an extent,
yeah, Scotty, they did the effects on From Dusk Till Dawn. That's another.
Yeah, because it's Kurtzman and
Kurtzman, Nicotero, and Berger.
I just can't believe
Yeah.
RoboCop 3 is on this list. My eyes will never unsee that.
Okay, I found the top 50, but this is from 2019.
Fabio's in the chat. Let's get him on the stream.
Can you even have 7 people on here, John? Or
Yeah, I can have 10. Oh, wait a second. Let me.
10. You can have 10. Okay, but
Yeah,
come
on, Fabio.
Be careful. Be careful, John. It might get a little hectic. I don't know if you know.
Oh, I mean,
because everyone might want to talk, so like at the same time. So, you know, and Fabio isn't really fond of that. So, you know.
I mean, I'll keep it down if you guys want me to.
I mean, you're cool. It's just, you know, it's just that we get everyone's cool, you know. We just like to talk so much. That's the thing.
I could duct tape my mouth shut.
I can screw out my eyeballs since they saw RoboCop 3 on an underrated list. I kind of stand for it.
Hey,
okay, but let's be glad that Batman Forever was on the list.
I guess Fred Decker.
Steven, if you really want to, I mean, I could hold your eyes and we could just bleach them for you.
What he's going to do is he's gonna. No, I don't trust him to do that. I think he'll make you look at the movie like fucking the clock. You know. Yeah.
I'm trying to find another list.
Try to find another list.
We can tear apart.
Try to find a list that has Wild West in that list.
How about overrated movies?
I don't know. I don't know about overrated because there are going to be some picks we'll not agree on.
Die Hard 3.
You think Die Hard 3 is overrated?
Yes.
No, wow. Die Hard 3 is way better than that Good Day to Die Hard film. That's for damn sure.
Well, yeah, it's better than that. But
okay, but let's be realistic.
One of my favorites,
Die Hard 3 is overrated.
Well, John,
but it deserves the praise, though.
What?
But Die Hard 3 deserves the praise. You know.
I don't think Die Hard 3 deserves all the praise.
First 3 Die Hards are probably the best. The fourth one was still good, but the fifth one was a complete letdown.
What did you say, Johnny?
Yes, I agree.
It's more underrated than overrated.
I haven't even seen that movie.
Yeah, because didn't Die Hard 3 initially get mixed reviews when it came out?
It did, yup. It even had a low rating on Rotten Tomatoes too, as well. It was I think a 60%.
Most overrated 90s movie, Titanic.
Yeah,
fucking A.
Let's just talk about another underrated action film, Starship Troopers.
This is underrated.
I need to rewatch that again.
Yeah,
I think Starship Troopers gets a lot of love.
Yeah, it does, but it didn't do very well at the box office. It kind of bombed.
Over time, it became a cult classic, and everyone loves it. But I agree with Total Meltdown on one thing: Point Break is overrated.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. Yeah, I was about to bring that. I was about to bring up what y'all thought of that film and whether or not you think it's overrated. But
I think it's severely overrated. John, what about you? We haven't asked your opinion on it.
I do enjoy Point Break, though.
I enjoy it too. It's still. I haven't even seen the reboot, and I heard it was ass from what I've heard.
Listen, don't think I'm crazy, but Point Break, I ain't gonna lie, is a little boring in parts.
You know,
it's not my favorite Keanu movie.
You know, it's a better Point Break. Fast and the Furious, the first one.
What? What? No, Jamie,
we're gonna agree to disagree on that.
Yeah.
Listen, I respect your opinion and all, but you're wrong.
I can kind of agree with you.
I'm usually generous as fuck when it comes to these movies, but you know, I don't hate this film, but I do think Face Off gets a little too much praise.
I think it does, but I do really enjoy Face Off.
Okay, I found an article, but it's
What did you say, Johnny?
100
I love
worst
Face
action
Off.
movies of all time.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, how about Con Air? Did you say that's underrated?
I don't think Con Air is underrated. I think you get
Maybe a similar case to Mortal Kombat where it's semi underrated. I don't know.
Or The Rock.
But I
You
think-
forget The Rock.
But hold on. If someone didn't like Con Air, how can you trust them?
Oh yeah, that's true. Doc, I mentioned the term semi underrated. Like, what are other films of that nature to you, Steven?
Like films that are underrated to some but not to others.
Right. Yeah.
Let me,
I Come in Peace. That's an underrated one right there.
because depending on who you ask,
Yeah.
it's really what's that?
Dang it. I'm trying to fix it.
I would say that Hard Target would be semi underrated.
Hard Target,
Who you ask, it's either gonna be
I think it's coming from Junebug then.
June.
June,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
June.
Nothing much.
Or is it?
100
Is it
worst
from-
action movies.
Thunder.
Yeah, it is Junebug.
100 worst action movies of all time.
Wait a minute. Go back up. Go back, John. Go back up. Mr. Nanny? How is that an action movie?
Wouldn't Suburban Commando be more of an action movie?
So semi underrated action movies, huh?
Yeah.
This is 100
Yeah.
worst.
Oh
100.
God! Fuck that
Okay,
movie.
it's
Turbo
bad,
Power
but it's not that bad. It's
Turbo
not
Power
that
Rangers
bad. It's bad.
Turbo Power Rangers
It's
movie.
not
I didn't
Guys,
like
I'll be
that
back. I'm
film.
gonna eat some lunch. I'll be back.
To be honest,
I
I don't
think-
even
But
like
it's
the first
not
one.
that bad.
I still
I
prefer
think-
Mighty Morphin. I
It's
still
bad.
prefer Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie.
I mean, I never really grew up with
Okay,
Power
but the
Rangers.
suits
but
are sick. Let's
I
be
never
honest.
really.
What else do we?
But let's be honest. The
What's
turbo
that?
suits are sick.
Backtrace.
Trick.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
never.
I've never seen it. I thought
Never
that was
seen it.
Last Blood. I was worried.
3.8
Ah.
on IMDb, really?
Hold up, I'll be right back.
Not a problem. I don't know if
Okay.
you guys want to go through this whole list, but
Let's just skim it.
What's
Let's
the-
just skim it a little bit.
all right, go fast.
Yeah.
Taxi.
Go fast. I don't have an
cares?
opinion on it.
Hey, Kamen Rider.
Hey, Kamen Rider.
Not that version of Taxi. The French version of Taxi's good.
You guys
I've
want to
never
wait till
seen
they
the
get
French
back?
version. I hear it's good.
It
Going
is good.
down. Let's yeah, we don't have to read through all of this. I've heard of it. I've never seen it. River Runs Red.
No.
Solar Babies.
that?
I've never seen.
What?
The
So what did I
Covenant.
miss?
I've never seen.
Is this action?
I mean, some of
Wait.
these films don't look like action movies.
Worst action movies.
Yeah.
What did I miss, John? No,
We're just-
Taxi.
Quickly going through some of the worst ones.
Number 90.
Beverly Hills
It's
Cop.
not that
Fuck.
bad. It's not that bad.
Number 94, really?
I mean, that's
It's
a
not
little bit
good.
much. I wouldn't say that Beverly Hills Cop 3 is like a shit stain on the earth.
Maybe 4
It's-
sequels.
It's not.
Lips.
I actually like Beverly Hills Cop 3.
I mean, I don't like it, but I don't think it's horrible. I think it's pretty bad.
Wait,
It's
what?
not-
It's
I
mediocre.
see.
I mean-
I see like scores. What are these determined by?
I have no idea.
Let's read the comments for select ones, but not all of them.
No,
Cold Blood.
cool.
Never heard of it. Are these just forgettable action films, or are these like genuinely
Seems
bad?
like it.
Because I
I
feel like
think
they're
it's-
just
I
picking
think
like
it's a
films that
mix,
no one's heard
to be
about.
honest.
Cold Light of Day.
Yeah. Fantasy
Fantasy
Island.
Island. That was
But
action.
isn't that supposed to be like a shitty horror film?
Oh, I know
Okay.
it's with Dragon Ball Evolution. Fuck this
That probably
movie.
deserves to be on the list. I'll never
that's
watch
terrible.
that film in my
I
life.
gotta
God
be honest
awful.
with you, John. Before you scroll down, I gotta be honest with you. I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. I love the anime. This movie is a fucking disgrace.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
love Dragon Ball 2. I would never see that movie.
Fantastic.
That
horrible.
probably okay. You know what?
So-
I know it sounds like an exaggeration. That film deserves to be on the list. Fuck
Yeah.
man.
I don't like that. I never liked that film. It's
I
so
still hate
Oh.
Fantastic.
that stuff was as
Family
well
Super
too.
Yeah.
Zoom is cool.
I don't
Skyline?
remember about Skyline.
I like Beyond Skyline. Beyond Skyline's a great sequel, but I've never seen the first one.
The Outsider.
I've never heard of it. But like, are these actually like bad movies? Or
Yeah.
never seen Half Past Dead, but I want to check it out.
Why?
I've
It
never
looks
heard of some of
good.
these.
Really? Okay.
Supercross.
Fun. That I've never seen Supercross.
Jason
Jason X is not an
You're
action
not
film.
missing
So
much.
this list
What kind of
already
list?
fucking loose.
What the fuck?
I know. We'll cancel that one out.
We'll
'cause that
cancel
was-
that. That list needs to be
Cancel,
canceled.
like, the name
Jason
is
X isn't
Jack,
even an
cancel.
action film, and Jason X is a fun film, so I don't want to hear it.
Dragon Ball Evolution. Fuck that movie.
Yeah,
man.
Jason X is not even action. So.
Wait. Look at what Jamie says. The Outsider isn't even a fucking movie. It's a series.
Bruh.
It's a series.
Really, you gonna put a series on a worst movies list?
A worst action movies list.
Somebody didn't do the research.
Somebody didn't even listen. They just
Well, I'm
scrolled
not-
through Google and just handpicked out some names.
Well, I'm not surprised because journalists now, we sit there and they're journal.
God, that's just like the shittiest
Journalists
list
now
I've
are
ever seen.
journalists.
Journalist. How about you write a journal about me taking a shit in your face? How about that?
Well, I mean,
Please
to be
don't do
fair,
that.
to be fair, journalists now they talk about like how, oh, this wall does not belong in this shot, and they write an entire 500-page article on why this wall does not belong in this shot. You know what I mean? It's just like honestly,
I
coming from somebody
can't
who-
believe that they put Jason X on an action movie list. Like who? Like, did they even see these movies? Did they
Probably not.
actually see these
That's not
movies?
horror
That,
movie. It's not
like,
an
they
action
saw
film.
all 100 movies and shows.
Sometimes honestly, some of these people who write stuff online with their reviews, like they say stuff like, it makes me wonder. It's so obvious you're getting paid to by the word to write this review, and you didn't even see the movie.
I agree. I think they're just getting paid to say bullshit because that list made no fucking sense.
No.
Hey, John.
A
John
Stephen
Zirkle.
King adaptation on HBO that isn't even a movie. It's a fucking television series. And Jason X on an action movie list. Who thought that this was a good idea?
I mean, but you know what they say now? TV shows are becoming movies now, and I'm like, no, TV is TV. Movies are movies.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
Hey,
Just
John,
different.
like
do you
how
wanna look for,
apples
like, a
and
list
oranges are different.
Of
Like, what the
Yes.
fuck?
Yeah,
I mean-
Jason X was on that list.
Jason X was on that list. And I don't want to hear it. Jason X is a good Friday the 13th film. I don't care what anyone says. Fight me.
It's I mean, it's a fun. It's fun.
That and Part 5 are underrated, in my
Part
opinion.
5.
Yeah.
Yes, Part 5 is good.
I mean, Jason X is fun. It's a fun movie. I mean,
It's not a
it
good
knows-
movie, but it's a fun movie.
Right.
exactly. And even I like even Jason Goes to Hell.
I hate Jason Goes to Hell. That's the one Friday the 13th film I genuinely dislike hardcore. No, Jamie, I agree. I'm not saying it's an objectively good film. Jason X is a horrible movie, but it's entertaining as fuck.
Yes, just like Street Fighter with Van Damme.
I mean, no one's going to sit here and say that Jason X is high class art, but it's not.
No. Yeah.
It's not like it's definitely not boring. It's fun.
Yeah.
Come on. I will say this though, and I don't think anybody can argue it. Out of all the slashers that have gone to space, Jason X is the best one.
Okay, that we can
that's
agree.
That's not exactly high praise, but it's still
It is
something.
not, but Jason X doesn't lie about what its intentions are.
Of course not. Of course not.
Exactly. The only
And wait.
thing that I wish happened in Jason X is that we got to see Jason. They can't legally call it this, but like Jason has like a lightsaber machete or something.
That would have
That's
been sick.
That would have been fucking badass, actually.
That's the only thing that I wish happened in Jason X.
Wait,
'Cause
John
the-
and Scotty, what are your
What?
opinions on Jason X?
I think it's dumb fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, like that's what I want to see. I mean, That's my one complaint about it because like call it. I mean, you could call it a laser machete or something.
Exactly.
We talked a lot. We talk a lot about the Mortal Kombat films. I wonder what Johnny thinks of the MK.
I found a new list of 5 best and 5 worst 2000s action movies.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up on this list. I feel like this list is gonna be dog shit as well.
This is from September of last year.
If they put anything that is like fucking Rambo 4 on that list as the worst, I will throw up.
Literally.
Huh?
Literally.
Well, not literally. Rambo 4 is a great movie, but I'm exaggerating.
So
I know. I mean, if you like, are you going to throw up literally over Rage?
Oh,
hold on.
Gabo, I will. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to throw up.
Steven, if you actually throw up because of your anger, you do realize you have to turn your camera on then. Okay, shoot 'em up, yes.
That is true. Shoot 'em up's great.
Great movie.
Worst Get Carter.
I disagree.
I know Matt Thomas likes Get Carter. I've never seen it.
I disagree. I think Get Carter is better than the original.
I've never seen either.
I need to watch
it. Want to.
Get Carter's actually not that bad.
Really?
I wouldn't say Born Ultimatum's like one of the best action movies of the 2000s. What the hell?
No, I would say one of the worst.
It's so overrated.
Yeah.
All the Bourne films are overrated.
Really?
Number 7, the worst.
It's not.
I disagree.
It's better than Resurrections.
That's not saying much, though.
That's not saying much. But...
Not a big fan. Taken.
I would agree with Taken. I like Taken.
Yeah, Taken's good.
Fuck the sequels. Fuck the sequels.
Yeah. Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I know. John has a thing for
fun. I have fun with it.
John, I know.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Highly agree.
Yeah, Revenge of the Fallen.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Revenge of the Fallen.
The Transformers movie. I like the Transformers movies.
To be fair, I haven't seen the Revenge of the Fallen since I was like 9 years old, so my memory isn't good. But it was shit when I saw it.
Oh, okay.
Transformers. The Transformers movies are kind of special to me. I got to see them with my aunt. All 3 of them with my aunt in theaters, and she passed away, so they kind of have a special meaning to me. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
An action film.
The Dark Knight
is not
is
an
the
action
best.
film.
The Dark Knight is an action film. It's just not one of the best action films ever made.
Yeah.
Another Day.
Die Another Day really that bad? I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Well,
okay, so
hey, I like Die Another Day better than No Time to Die and Sphincter. So
okay, so Steven, you know how Mortal Kombat is semi-underrated. Okay, Steven, you know how Mortal Kombat is a semi-underrated film. What about semi-overrated films?
Semi-overrated films, yes. Okay, let me think.
Semi-overrated.
Semi-overrated.
Controversial. I know you asked Steven, but controversial one. I'll say semi-underrated, overrated, just because Remember, there was a time where everybody was saying, "Oh, it's the best action movie. It's the best science fiction movie." Terminator 2.
Well, I guess Remember for Life would agree with you.
Maybe to a degree.
I think it's a great movie, but it does get a lot of praise so much. But
yeah, I mean, so I would say semi-overrated.
Semi-overrated, yeah.
I mean, it's a great movie, believe me. But like when you sit there. And like it's like the Godfather of action movies and the Godfather of science fiction movies. It's like,
oh, wait, I got one, guys.
I've seen many Jackie Chan films, but I find Rumble in the Bronx to be semi-overrated.
What?
I find
Rumble in the Bronx to be overrated. I still got to see a lot of Jackie Chan films, to be fair, but I wasn't fond of Rumble in the Bronx.
This is not an action film, but I do find The Truman Show to be a bit overrated.
Aliens? I'll disagree with that one.
Aliens?
What about, changing up, I mentioned semi-underrated. What about those semi-underrated movies? Underrated.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about semi-underrated films?
A little bit underrated.
honestly, a weird take, but I think True Lies is semi underrated to an extent.
Yeah.
Oh, but can I talk about one action movie that I thought was overrated as shit and really boring?
Okay.
Executive Decision. I just saw that recently. I do not like that film.
Yeah.
I thought Executive Decision was so lame.
Last Action Hero semi underrated. I mean, I feel like it's gotten more praise recently, but
I actually just saw it for the first time a few months ago, so I would say it's semi underrated. I love The Last Action Hero.
Do you guys agree with this?
I agree. I think Die Hard is semi overrated. I prefer Part 3.
I would not call Die Hard semi overrated.
I like Die Hard. Die Hard's a great movie.
Die
Don't get me wrong. It's a great movie. I just don't love it as much as everyone does.
I disagree. I prefer Aliens over Alien, but I could see why a lot of people would prefer Alien over Aliens.
Semi underrated. I talked about this one, Mortal Kombat 95.
I would agree. And you know what? Honestly, don't kill me. It's not a good movie. It's not even a great movie. Super Mario Bros. Is at least semi underrated. At least.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of good value to it.
I have fun with that movie. You know,
I think the practical effects are good. I think the acting could be very bad in that film, but I don't think it's that bad. It's not that bad. It's
I think
bad,
my biggest
not
problem,
that bad.
my personal biggest problem with that movie is I think that they picked the wrong directors.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I think you needed, okay, I'm not saying get him, but I think for that type of movie, you almost needed a Steven Spielberg type director.
Yeah.
Not Steven Spielberg, but like just somebody who could kind of have that more whimsical quality with that thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm wondering if at that time, at least, I'm not sure if he would have done it, but like maybe Robert Zemeckis or somebody, you know.
Yeah, that would have worked.
You know, if we're talking about semi-underrated, I think Lionheart would be a semi-underrated action film.
Yeah.
Best.
Right. You know what? I just feel like it really should get more. People should talk about it more. I would even say Time Cop's semi-underrated.
Yeah, actually, most of JeanClaude Van Damme's best films fall in that semi-underrated category.
Because,
Van Damme, Steven Seagal's 90s films. I quite enjoy Out for Justice, Hard to Kill, Marked for Death, Under Siege 2. I think Steven Seagal's entire 90s run is underrated.
Actually, guys, I got one. I think Under Siege is a bit overrated. Don't kill me.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I can't get into it. Sorry.
Spielberg regrets making Jaws. You guys hear about this?
Spielberg, why does he regret making Jaws? I know there's a lot of issues, but still. Does he regret filming Jaws, or does he regret Jaws in general?
No. He said because it led to people hunting sharks and killing sharks.
Ooh.
What?
That type of deal.
If anything, it made people afraid of the water.
Yeah.
It made me afraid of the water. I remember that blonde kid got if I could talk. Got eaten up. I was scared to go into the water for a couple of weeks. I mean, look, you can't blame a movie on what happens in reality. That's not fair. Okay.
Come on, Steve. You live in Florida, so I'm pretty sure you see sharks all the time, right?
I do see sharks a lot.
What is Spielberg going to say next? That Jaws has too much testosterone in it, too many white men in the cast.
That Roy Scheider was much more of a man than Steven Spielberg was.
Yeah.
Robert Shaw fights with Steven at times.
Hey, you know this though. According to MythBusters, okay, how you if a shark is attacking you, how you stop it from attacking you is you punch it in the gills or the nose.
Just imagine being a badass and punching a shark in the face like in Zombie with Lucio Fulci.
This next one is kind of semi-underrated, but the original Ninja Turtles movie.
I mean, yeah.
Which one? The first one?
Yes.
Or the second one?
First one.
I mean, I would say it's semi-underrated. I think people don't appreciate it as much.
Yeah, don't appreciate it as much, but it's still very beloved by the fan base, you know.
Yeah.
Ruben's asking about you, Steven.
That one, that's a good take.
You know,
this one might be... Steven, it's never been cold in December. It was barely ever cold. Not even by a little bit. It wasn't
You know
until
what?
Christmas that we got really cold
Damn,
in
you
like
lucky.
the 40s area.
You know what? I'll say this, and because none of you guys have probably seen these, but like I think they're underrated, and this is an entire series. The Johnny Weissmuller Tarzan movies.
I've never seen them.
Never seen him.
Well, yeah, exactly. But listen, Johnny Weissmuller was definitely one of the first action heroes.
Okay.
I mean, the guy fought tigers for our entertainment on screen
You know what?
and lions.
Very underrated.
And bears.
I know that, at least June will agree with me a little bit. I think even though the films get a lot of love, I feel like with the way that the modern culture perceives John Wayne, I think that John Wayne's career in terms of like his westerns, like Rio Bravo and The Searchers, are underrated because people just look at John Wayne.
Yeah, definitely. Well, definitely.
Because people just look at John Wayne as the villain nowadays, which is unfair. And I think that his films have kind of gotten forgotten because of it a little bit. Exactly.
Well, John, I think you did a thing where we picked our Mount Rushmore of action heroes, and I actually picked John Wayne because John Wayne influenced a lot of the action heroes. So
he influenced John Carpenter to make Assault on Precinct 13.
Right.
Ooh.
Well,
Well, that was also from High Noon, but still.
Well,
Also, guys, I find Swordfish to be a bit semi-underrated.
Also, it's a horror movie, but I do think it's a little underrated, even though I don't love it. Death Machine is underrated.
I've never seen it.
It's actually pretty decent. It's a pretty decent monster movie.
It was by Stephen Norrington, who went on to do Blade.
It's just very long. That's my problem with Death Machine. It's way too long for what it is.
I think Swordfish is underrated.
What?
Swordfish.
John Travolta?
Yeah.
I don't mind Swordfish. I can have fun with Swordfish. It's an okay thriller.
Hey, Johnny.
It's a good movie. You get to see Halle Berry's boobies.
That's a good quality in any movie, in my opinion.
Exactly.
I need to watch it right now.
I need to watch it right now.
Watch it right now.
Yeah, hold on.
You want to see some booby action for
John?
Hollywood? Gotcha.
Don't we all?
John,
Don't we all? Uh-oh.
John, do you need to excuse yourself from the chat then?
Oh, no, I'm fine. No.
Did Halle Berry get
It's not that immediate. It's not that. Not that. Yeah. What happened to Steven?
I don't know.
Halle Berry got him, I guess, because
Spielberg got to him.
He left me a message. He left me a message. Halle Berry's boobies came to his house, so he had to take care of stuff.
Halle Berry came knocking.
With her boobies.
He got so aroused that he was like, "I'll see you later."
yeah,
he got up
she was
immediately.
she was definitely gonna motorboat him with them. Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, damn.
He mentioned Halle Berry's boobies, and he got off immediately.
Yeah.
He had to go find some.
Oh my goodness.
He had to go Google.
You found some lotion.
Like, what are you guys thoughts on the Nicolas Cage Gone in 60 Seconds?
I
I
like
a little bit of it.
It was decent.
I do like Gone in 60 Seconds, but the original one is so much better. You want to talk about an underrated movie? That movie, the original Gone in 60 Seconds, is underrated. This guy has a 30-minute car chase, and in 30 minutes, he destroyed 90 cars without permission from the police. So it's literally this trusted mechanic who had access to all these cars, and guys driving police cars in Long Beach, and he's going full speed with this Mustang as police are chasing him, and he destroyed 90 cars in 30 minutes, and it broke the record, the Guinness Book of World Record for the longest car chase. I mean, listen, I love the car chase in Bullet, but no, that is the greatest car chase of all time. The original Gone in 60 Seconds. Every movie fan needs to see that.
All right, I'll get to it.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Again, can you imagine that? A car chase for 30 minutes, and he destroys 90 cars in 30 minutes.
That sounds pretty cool.
I need to check it out.
That's some kind of record, I guess.
Yeah. And the Gone in 60 Seconds remake, it is good, but it's not as good as the original.
Happily Kim Basinger.
What happened to Kim Basinger?
I don't know.
What, did she die?
No.
She's I think she's kind of like semi-retired.
Yeah.
She's semi-retired, and she took a break from acting to. This says something. Okay, I'm getting to some legal stuff here, but she got full custody of Ireland, so she took a break to raise her daughter.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, well, she took a break. Well, she got full custody of Ireland, and usually in divorce cases, you know how hard it is to get full custody.
Probably so.
And Alec Baldwin needs to die.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and
did Alec Baldwin probably?
Well, she got full custody after they saw how mentally abusive Alec Baldwin was to his daughter. When he called her a pig.
Wow.
When he called her a pig and all that stuff. That's when Kim Basinger went to court and got full custody of Ireland.
Here's a question for Jim Bug.
I actually like the remake better. I do like the original, but
the remake has so much character to it,
Well, and one of the things I have to admit, I do like in the original that maybe I wish Al Pacino would have adopted. Paul Muni does this whistle before he kills people. I wish like Tony Montana would have adopted that, but I gotta admit that it's just you have Al Pacino and Paul Muni. Al Pacino is the better actor, honestly.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that story. I mean, I like those movies that are this over 2 hours and almost 3 hours long, but the story just flows nicely. That movie's almost 3 hours and it just has a nice flow to it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the original, but I still think I like the remake better.
The original, I'm pretty sure you can find it for free on YouTube because here's the thing, it's about to go to the public domain, so I don't think the studio really cares.
Man, I'm on Twitter and people are still wanting to hashtag fire James Gunn.
Fuck that.
Oh my goodness.
I saw that shit, man. They're not
Are they also posting hashtag bring back Henry Cavill?
Listen up, folks.
To
all those DC fans out there.
You know what? I'm just gonna say this. Here's my thing. Henry Cavill. I don't think he was.
I was going to say, here's a meme that I found from Twitter, so I'll get you guys as
Just give you. What about Zack Snyder? Listen up, DC fanboys. You're not gonna get Zack Snyder back. I hate to break it to you, but you're not gonna get him back. I'm just saying it.
Zack Snyder was the wrong choice from the start.
As I was gonna say this, Henry Cavill. I think he's a great actor, but he was not a good Superman.
yeah.
And I think he actually could have been a good Superman, but even Zack Snyder was not a good director for Superman. I mean,
yeah. I think he could have been a good Superman, but not for Zack Snyder.
Well, here's who I think could do a good job doing Superman, and who would be a lot cheaper probably at who they're looking at, because I think for Superman you need that Richard Donner feel, and who I think could capture it. A wild card choice. I think James Rolfe.
James Rolfe, angry video game nerd, directing Superman.
Yes, Steven.
Okay, Steven, you have fun with Halle Berry, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, he immediately hopped off when we talked about Halle Berry's tits and swordfish.
Yeah,
Does anyone find Gladiator to be overrated? Because I do.
Oh, the Ridley Scott, Russell Crowe Gladiator.
Yep, that film.
I've never seen it.
It's been a long
I guess I guess I guess I would put it.
Samurai.
I guess I would put it in semi overrated, but I like those type of movies, those Hollywood epics. So I'm kind of a sucker for them.
I'll stick with Braveheart.
Yeah, no, Braveheart's good.
Partly overrated, Wildman says.
I think it's very, very overrated.
I thought it was okay.
I guess my
ass.
I guess my biggest thing with it is, I mean, the biggest problem it has is the ending is very rushed, but they couldn't really.
The action sequences are so poorly edited in that film. I don't know how that gets praised.
There will be. I guess one of the biggest problems with it is, and they couldn't really solve the problem. Oliver Reed died during the making of the movie, and so they kind of had to scramble to replace him. Because, the original ending, he was not going to fight Commodus. It was going to be him versus Oliver Reed in the gladiator battle.
Oh.
But they couldn't film it because Oliver Reed died.
Here's a question for Jim Bug.
What is
Season Bill DeMille direct Superman?
It'd be very indeed.
It'd be like 5 hours.
Yeah. Well, that would be I'm really trying to think about that. Okay, Cecil B. DeMille, I think he would be good because he's like in my top 5 favorite directors of all time. But
imagine Superman on a chariot.
I just that was William Wyler.
Whose dog was that?
My dog's being a my dog's being a dumbass. He's barking. He's probably just barking because somebody farted.
Your dog is saying restore the Snyderverse.
Cecil B. DeMille, though, like, he would be good, but I just don't know if he could have that whimsical thing that Superman needs,
Yeah.
Because that's one of the reasons why I said James Rolfe, because James Rolfe, I think, could definitely get that whimsical nostalgia feel for Superman.
Did you guys hear what happened to Jeremy Renner?
What happened to Jeremy Renner?
He got into like a snowplow accident.
I'll be back, okay?
In critical but stable condition.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he had to be.
Critical but stable condition in Reno after snowplowing accident.
Well, I hope he's okay. If not,
he's okay.
I mean, he's okay. I'm sure he's okay.
What condition is he in?
It says stable, critical but stable. But anyways, Grand Theft Woman was asking me a question about what if Stanley Kubrick directed Iron Man?
Can you imagine that?
He would take it a lot more seriously. He would reduce the flash of Iron Man. He would probably go through a process. Maybe R. Lee Ermey will have a cameo and try to motivate him. I want you to pump iron for as long as you can, maggot.
I don't know. I don't know if it could have worked.
Probably not.
Because Stanley Kubrick, I think. Let's put it this way: if Stanley Kubrick lived after Eyes Wide Shut, I just don't think he would have. I just don't think he would have directed superhero movies. I honestly think he would have been like a Quentin Tarantino with superhero movies and say that and even a Martin Scorsese.
Mm-hmm.
I just see that.
Those.
I was going to ask you, Ty, what do you think of Bryan Singer directing Superman Returns? Do you say he's better than Snyder or about the same?
Okay, as a movie, I'll say that Bryan Singer did a good job, but like it, just because of obvious reasons, it's kind of hard to watch those Superman Returns now. But I think he did a good job. So, I mean, you have Kevin Spacey and Bryan Singer in the same movie. So,
John, do you want to go over another list?
I was reading about having a Jeremy Renner. He was operating a plowing machine called a Snowcat and accidentally ran over one of Jeremy's legs, causing him to begin losing a large amount of blood as a result of the injury. And he had to put on a tourniquet until the paramedics could arrive. Damn.
But he's in stable condition?
Yeah.
Yeah, critical.
Okay.
One man beyond thinks that Spielberg produced Superman.
Okay, so worst case scenario, Jeremy Renner might just walk with a limp now.
Maybe.
Okay, folks. I think I'm gonna get some lunch right now. I might be up for a while.
Yeah, I just had myself some good salmon, rice, and broccoli. Good healthy stuff.
Yeah, I'll go on for another 10, 15 minutes, probably here.
In that case,
I'll 3 hours if we can.
I'll see you then, and
take it easy, Alex. You have a good one. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say I might be grabbing lunch here shortly because it's almost 1:30 here.
I'm probably we'll go on for another 10 minutes or so.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
You want to go over another list?
What's that?
You want to go over like another list?
I mean, I'm only going to probably go for another 10 or 15 minutes here because I haven't ate lunch either. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, mine was pretty healthy. Salmon, broccoli, and rice stuff. And drinking some water with lemon also helps too.
Was Kubrick working on AI?
Yeah, I could have swore that I think he write the script, or he was writing the script, but he couldn't finish because he was in poor health. And I think Spielberg finished the rest of it, and then he was gonna.
Yeah, no, he basically was going to direct it, and then he gave it to Spielberg. But I just think that Spielberg. I just think that
John Stamos.
I don't know. I just don't see Stanley Kubrick, directing superhero movies.
Yeah.
I don't see that being a factor at all. He doesn't do that type of genre. He does more like bioepics or maybe certain horror.
Like I think if he had lived, we probably. I think we would have got. I like to think that his next project, when he gave it to Spielberg with the AI, I like to think his next project would have been his Napoleon.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they should have gotten that guy from Bill and Ted to play Napoleon. Maybe he could have pulled it off.
Yeah. I ever? Never.
Well, you know who he wanted. You know who he wanted to play Napoleon in the 70s, right?
I'm going to take a guess.
Who?
Robert Shaw.
No, but that would have been awesome. It would have been a lot better than his original choice. And I like the actor, but he wanted Jack Nicholson as Napoleon. Which I just like. I'm sorry, I just can't see.
He would have had some wisecracks in there. I'd say.
I just can't see Jack Nicholson. But John, I like your idea. Robert Shaw as Napoleon.
That's like the first person I thought of. I don't know why.
Well, he would have been really. That would have been really awesome, actually. I would. I mean, but he wanted Jack Nicholson. But who I would have gotten, and I would try to convince Kubrick, Al Pacino as Napoleon.
I think we should throw in Ben Kingsley in there too.
Yeah.
I see Kubrick more like a David Lynch type rather than a Zack Snyder type.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I see where she's coming from, but I don't know if I'd really compare Stanley and David Lynch because I'm not a fan basically of David Lynch.
What type of movie John Hughes would have done if he was alive today?
I see him doing like a lot of. Do you remember the mid 2010s? They did those teen movies. Like there was the Duff. There were some other ones. I just can't think of the name of them. But I see him more doing like those type of movies.
Super bad types.
No, not like super bad because those were really raunchy. John Hughes never got raunchy. There was one of them. It was the Duff.
Yeah, it was called just the Duff that had what's her face from Mae Whitman from Independence Day.
Yeah, and then they had there was one with Haley Seinfeld, and Woody Harrelson. I can't think of the name of it. I see him doing those type of movies.
Hey, director, screenwriter.
Rich.
Yeah, we're gonna go for like maybe another 10 minutes. Say 10 minutes here. I mean, how long we've been going for? Like 2 hours and.
We're close to 3 hours actually.
Yeah, close to 3 hours.
And we're gonna surpass that.
Thoughts on the Big Bang Theory?
I'm not a
I think
fan
it's
of
mostly
the
a highly overrated show, to be honest.
I'm not okay. Here's the thing: I'm not a fan of the show personally, but if it's like the only thing on, I'll watch it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not going to seek out to watch The Big Bang Theory.
Do you think Baby's Day Out is an underrated comedy?
No, I think Baby's Day Out sucks.
I haven't
think
seen
it's
it in a
fun.
long time. Remember not minding it.
I haven't seen it yet, but it's not Look Who's Talking, if anyone remembers those movies.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. It's fun. I mean, it's harmless.
I haven't seen it like in 15 years.
During the filming of The Shining, Kubrick had the cast watching Eraserhead. Is this true? What do you think? What do you think about this too, Bug?
Yeah, no, I've heard that. No, I know he would have his cast watch like certain movies, like what a lot of directors do now. So I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
Hughes dealt with a lot of issues with teenagers, so maybe he would have focused on gay teenagers, but not woke. Like the book, She Drives Me Crazy. Would John Hughes? Would he be still directing today though if he was still alive? I think he would have been like retired.
Probably not. You know what I think?
Retired.
You know what I think should have gotten another chance to direct Chris Walas, because I think his work on The Fly 2 was pretty decent. Even I don't mind The Vagrant, which is going to get a much better Blu-ray in, I think, was it January or February?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to have seen him, get another shot directing, except this time he can use his own makeup effects team that he created.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a legacy sequel to The Fly, as long as they don't make it woke.
Make it practical.
And but did you read the comics that actually took place after The Fly 2, Ty?
I've heard of them.
They're on YouTube. You can actually kind of watch them. So
the only thing is, do you get Eric Stoltz back, or is he too old now?
He's got to be in his 60s now. So who would you get today? Like, what today's actor would you have play that Seth Brundle?
I still think he could appear, but he just won't have as big as a role as he did. So.
What I have a feeling though, they would not make a continuation, but a prequel called Maggot.
Right.
Could it? Well, what if you just continued on where they went with The Fly? You basically had, somebody else play, basically his son. So you could have Eric Stoltz come back, or just play the dad.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He can still be part of it, but he just won't have as big as a role.
So,
because she's not bad looking.
Hey, this is kind of just joke casting. Chris Pratt as the Fly.
I'm trying to think. He might not be bad. Maybe
Scott Adkins.
The Fly creates the ultimate weapon, a martial arts killing machine fly.
Actually, that could be kind of cool. Scott Adkins as the Fly, and
what about the guy? Here's a random one. The guy from the Kingsman movies, Taron Egerton, whatever his name is.
I could see it, maybe. And it kind of works because he was born in 1989, and the movie was released.
What about Hugh Jackman?
Was any better than Van Helsing?
I like him as Van Helsing, though. So.
I did too. The movie, on the other hand.
Who wouldn't want to see him shirtless?
I mean, hey, I'm not gay, but even I like to see Hugh Jackman shirtless.
I mean, he's shirtless pretty much in all the X-Men films, if you think about it.
Well, Jamie, he's getting in shape now for the next Deadpool movie, so I'm sure it's going to happen. You'll see more shirtless Hugh Jackman.
I'm sure, and maybe even more
abs.
What's up?
What's that?
I was trying to figure out what Neil said.
Oh, yeah. I was saying more six-packs and more abs from Hugh Jackman. Oh, boy.
Yep. You'll definitely get your wish. So I always want to see him shirtless, and Pantless, probably.
Van Helsing.
Wait.
What?
Scotty, what did you say?
I said, yeah, for those who want to see him shirtless and pantless, probably.
So you want
maybe Deadpool 3 will be
wait.
Maybe we'll see his. Oh shit.
Well, I heard
Wait,
he's going to be in the yellow spandex though for Deadpool 3.
Wait,
That's
wait. So
what I've heard.
Scotty, are you saying that you want to see Hugh Jackman's Dawn?
No. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people would. So,
I mean, hey, you know what? Just full frontal Hugh Jackman, right?
Oh no.
Well, yeah. I'm sure they all would.
Yes.
I'm sure David Lynch would like to do that. Do full frontal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scotty and Junebug. Yeah, how about for Deadpool 3, Hugh Jackman gets a blowjob from Deadpool, like he did in Swordfish.
Jesus Christ.
No, better yet, we should see the PJ coming from Deadpool's girlfriend. I'm sure she would love to get on that Jackman action.
What's her name? I forgot her name.
Oh yes.
I think it's Vanessa something, I don't remember. Or that's the character sheet, but I don't remember.
What happened to Chai on Fat? Ruben's asking.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, the last thing he was popular in was what the Pirates of the Caribbean movie at World's End, and he wasn't in there a whole lot.
He's still acting in China, so, but he lives very modestly. Like, did you know? He like donates a lot, almost half of his money to charity. Like he lives like we do, Chow Yun Fat.
Mm-hmm.
Lives a very humble lifestyle. That's great.
And like I said, all of his money, like he has it all set up where like, he just buys the essentials, food and housing, and then like the money he gets paid to do in Hollywood, he just donates it all to charities.
That's good. But you think this is a good point to wrap up? I mean, if there's any like last minute questions you guys want to throw out? I mean, from the chat.
I just want to say goodbye, but Steven, I'm jealous of you. Have fun with Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Have fun on that motorboat show.
Yeah.
Maybe you can bring back Halle Berry for Deadpool 3 so you can see her titties again.
He's gonna watch
Steven, remember to hook us up with some pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tell us how many times you're going to go back and rewatch Swordfish just for that scene.
Yeah.
Or better yet, rewatch Catwoman.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen Bullet Train, but I have the Blu-ray, so I'm going to watch it soon. But thank you guys for joining in, and it was a lot of fun. Thank you everybody that stuck around the chat.
Yes.
Well, thanks for having me on, John. So it's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's a good chance since I didn't get a chance to be on that last stream you did. So.
And I look forward to the next Hangout stream.
Yeah, me too. I look forward to a next crazy Hangout stream.
Monsters Ball. That's you guys seen that one?
She definitely got naked in that.
She did, and Billy Bob Thornton. Apparently, they kind of liked each other on set, and they actually had sex in that movie. Wow. So that sex scene is a real sex scene.
Well, you just gave Steven another movie to watch.
Yeah.
You just gave another one.
Just gave another one.
Billy Bob, you lucky fuck.
Yeah. So if Steven's watching, Steven, you just have fun.
Yeah. Do a double of Swordfish and Monsters Ball.
Yes. Double
feature.
Double
Halle Berry.
No. Steven, you just go for round 2.
Yes, round 2.
Yep. But thank you guys for jumping in and joining.
No problem, John. Thank you, man.
No problem.
Thank you for having me as well. Yes.
And see you guys later.
See ya.